Hello and welcome to the apparently fuzzy Dice of the Beholder. Give me a second. No, it's that one. And my face. Refocus. Autofocus. Autofocus. I hate you. Autofocus. Hi, welcome to Dice of the Beholder. Presents Chronicles of Nidum. Session 26. The most, as you can tell, professional D&D stream on Twitch. Yes, I am your host, Richard. And welcome again to session 27. I can't believe I'm saying that number. This is everyone else. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
And okay, there we go. Right, okay. So, hi, how is everyone?
Uncomfortably warm.
How's lockdown going?
Very warm.
Very annoyed.
Annoyed?
Yeah, because I'm trying to get to the stream and it's playing fucking football sounds at me.
I've already got the pop-up chat ready, so.
Gotta get that ad revenue, bro.
Yeah, but who gives a shit about football?
I'm just uncomfortably warm with the heat, but excited for D&D.
Enough people give a shit about the ball of foot to make the ads worthwhile. FIFA is a thing. Who knew?
I don't like them.
The ball of your foot is a part of your foot, not a game.
I don't know.
It's true.
I've seen like really cool surgery games done on Twitch. They could be like.
No.
Richard,
Yes.
Richard, focus.
Correct,
We're going to
yes.
tighten up this intro.
Absolutely, we were. So yes, hi. So we have some news, actual news, as I touched on last time, and then like immediately dived away from. So this is. For those who will watch and have this news, I will announce this again later once other people join in. But this is the last session that will be of the Chronicles of Nidum that will be streamed under the Dice of the Beholder Twitch channel. We are joining our huge, wonderful. Sorry, I don't really call you huge. It's not a physical thing. It's more of a. You know what I mean. It's a brilliant gaming channel, Heavyweight Gaming. I will post the link in chat. But they have many wonderful DMs. They run games almost every night, and we are going to fill their Sunday night slot from next weekend onwards. It's going to make my life a lot easier because AD's going to be in control of the stream, so all I've got to do is DM. For you guys, very little will change.
Just where you find us.
Yes, however, it is literally just going to be where you find us. It's not going to stop being exactly the same game as it currently is. It is going to be chaotic and strange, and every once in a while I'm going to stare like I know what I'm doing and have winged an entire session because you decided to go left instead of right.
Exact same stream, different channel.
Exactly.
Same bad time, different bad place.
However, there will continue to be content. Once this was announced, everyone decided, ooh, I've got something I want to stream. And as you've seen this week, we've had Pokemon Yellow, Minecraft Dungeons. I'm going to start Baldur's Gate on Thursday. Charlie...
Open the eyes, boo.
Yes.
At some point, it's going to start.
Charlie will start streaming Sims 4, which is going to be awesome. And
M doesn't have a console except for Switch, so maybe when
we'll get Emma a capture card at some point, and she'll start streaming like
Animal-
the most wholesome game
Animal
of Animal
Crossing.
Crossing ever. It'll just be wholesome and lovely, a nice de-stressor on a Saturday or something.
Sometimes Luigi's Mansion, because I also play that way too often.
But yes, from next weekend, twitch.tv/heavyweight gaming. Weight is W-A-I-T-E. However, I have already stuck it in a sticky note because we are slightly professional. And give me a second. No, it's decided it doesn't want to work. And there you go. Boom, there it is. Go to chat. The link is there. And you can continue to watch us and also be introduced. And I know quite a few of them in real life from LARP. Some amazing TTRPG content creators streaming almost every day of the week. There's lots of content on Heavyweight Gaming, so please go give them a like and a follow now. But I'll broach this again later. So
We're very excited to sell out.
yes, we are. So
I'm okay with it.
last time.
No, just going to the new one.
No, I've got. I said I would last time. I've written a thing.
Right.
Okay.
This is going really
We might
well.
have
We're
a-
under 10 minutes so far.
And we might have had a go at Bri for doing too long of an intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're,
And a recap.
something that Bray hasn't mentioned is that we're going to be trying to be a lot more sort of regular about timing. So we'll always start at 7:30 and always finish
Around
as
11.
close to 11 as possible.
Yeah.
Which sort of means that the game's getting a little tiny bit shorter in sort of ideal terms. But we figured we could make up for that if Bray could keep his like intro recaps to like
Also, if we could
under
stop
20
interrupting.
minutes.
Yes.
Like,
Okay, so straight to the game then.
you've got 2 minutes.
Last time, you found yourself waking in a strange and alien
Skip to the end.
demiplane, which you soon discovered was the part-time home of your old patron, Marcus, the ruler of your hometown. After many strange meetings with many creatures that you discovered seemed to call Marcus a friend of sorts, you left having learned all you could from him, at least for now. The magic of returning to the demiplane, has put you in the wilderness east of Cardiff, a few hours away from the city, with your path ahead of you confirmed on the map that dice holds. You start heading towards the bridge that spans the river that severs Cimbria from Albion.
That's correct.
You walk into the night. When you originally arrived back in the demiplane in the familiar clearing, Sepsis, you had sent Womb to give word to Mother and the guild back in Cardiff. You decided to travel on a few hours into the night. How long or how many hours would you like to take to travel into the woods?
So we don't want to end up with any points of exhaustion.
No.
No.
So
I think we just
midnight?
I think we just want to travel until we can find somewhere safe to camp that's
Not
a reasonable distance from where we last saw a huge army of elves.
Okay.
No Elves.
Okay.
No owlbears, yeah, please.
Or dangerous vegetation.
Okay.
Yeah, no shitty vegetation.
So for the first hour of your travel into the forest, can I get everyone to roll me? Well, are you moving stealthily or full speed?
Quite stealthily, I would say.
Yeah.
Everyone roll a stealth check, then, please.
You need me to do disadvantage on that.
You get disadvantage on that. Well, no, you've got your.
Advantage on stuff.
You don't have
No.
your cloak because Ariana's wearing your
I've got
cloak.
my cloak.
But I
Okay,
have my...
the advantage didn't help.
No.
I've got
Both of
some
my
bad
dice
news
were the
about my
same
roll.
thing, and both were terrible.
I don't know
This
why
doesn't
we
sound
bothered
great.
with this.
Because I have rolled a 3, Richard.
All right.
Look,
Okay.
I rolled a 7. But in my defence, I am now learning how to be quiet with a new set of wings.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you.
I don't have any.
So would you like me?
However.
3.
Sorry, Ariana. Would you like me to make you roll with disadvantage?
No. No,
She already got a 7.
No
dude.
back chat.
Leave it alone.
Um.
Yeah. I'll roll a disadvantage and I'll see if I roll higher than a 7.
Well then.
No. That was. I'll stick with my 7.
What did you get? Sorry. Ace.
Ace rolled 2 dice, and both of them were a 2.
Epic.
Yep. And I
Dice.
get a +1 to stealth.
I got 16.
Well, that makes up for all of our rolls, surely.
Yeah, problem solved. We're now
We're fine.
And for Cedric.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's important. He didn't get disadvantage, does he? He's just a straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, well, his is generally atrocious too. This is spectacular. I love it. He doesn't have any pluses to it, does he?
Nope.
Yeah, he got 2.
Would just be his dex.
Okay.
All right. Well, with his dex, then he got a very exciting 3.
So when we said we move stealthily, what we meant is not at all.
Okay.
It's
So
true.
for the
clank
first
through that woods.
hour moving through the dark forest, you step on every loud dry twig. You startle every flock of birds. You, at one point, one of you steps on a discarded horn.
I like the idea that there's like, there's some bandits in the trees or something, and all they can hear is just us loudly shushing each other.
You're pissed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're trying to get back into the house, drunk, without
Hey, look,
waking
we've all
everyone
had a
up.
pint.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Good luck.
Fortunately, at this stage, it seems that your loud passage through the forest is actually scaring off anything that might consider you an easy meal.
And all the bandits are deaf, so it's fine.
So for the first hour, moving in, you are not attacked by any beast or creature of the forest. It's now about 9 o'clock at night. The sun has now gone definitely down over the horizon. It is quite dark, unless anyone wants to light a torch.
Should we just find camp?
No, I give Ace one of my light paper balls.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
It's only
that
5 foot of light, but it should stop them being any louder than they already are.
Okay.
and see my feet at least.
I can see fine.
I make one for myself as well.
Okay. Then please, if you want to continue to move stealthily for the second hour, roll another stealth check.
Am I rolling
you again?
Rich, is mine a straight roll now because I've got a lot?
Hey.
Slightly better.
I got 20, not that. I got a dirty 20.
Say again, Mel.
Is mine now a straight roll because I've got a ball of light in my hand?
Did you roll disadvantage last time?
No, I have advantage because I've got a cloak of elvenkind.
No, it's a advantage.
Cool. Okay, well that's pretty similar for me.
Ace got 9.
Okay.
11 for Cedric, 16 for me.
Sepsis?
11.
Okay.
We're improving.
Okay. You stop about halfway into the second hour because you hear some quite loud snuffling through the bushes.
Is it Charlie?
And
I
you
rolled 20, bitch!
you are almost shocked out of your skin when a fox breaks out of the bushes, stares at you, and then runs back into the undergrowth. It is not a large or dangerous creature. But you get to about 10 o'clock. Still, there seems to be nothing out there that wants to eat you or harm you. You want to continue on?
Does the undergrowth still look aggressive?
In the darkness, you're not quite sure. Roll a nature or investigation check.
What about those of us who have a crazy amount of dark vision? Would they be a better place to make this nature check?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
I mean, mine would have been an 18, but
Mine's a 20.
Mine's
Mine's a
just a
23.
Okay.
yeah, it's fine.
The undergrowth does seem to be retracting away from you. Now that the darkness has fallen, it is not as active. The grass beneath your feet, which at once was like standing up straight, now seems to be laying flat, as if the forest has quite literally gone to sleep.
Maybe we should go to sleep too?
What if we wake up and find that it's trying to eat our faces?
Let's try and wake up
That
before
would
it
be less
does.
than ideal.
Right,
I mean,
I'd like
still
to.
one person on watch.
I'd like to pick up like a dry twig or something and use prestidigitation to just catch the end of it on fire.
Yeah.
And like just hold that near the like undergrowth and see if it reacts to the fire at all.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. You do easily pick up the stick and light the end on fire, but as you move it towards the grass, roll me a perception check.
Can I help? Just because we're all
I
actively
would prefer
watching this?
not to roll a perception check, but okay.
Rich, can we help?
Oh, that's all right. That's 15. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's not a helpful thing. I need his senses to know. Their senses to know. Sorry.
27 sessions.
I know. As you poke at the floor, then just on the edge of your awareness, you can hear very quiet, almost imperceptible, high-pitched screaming.
But does it retreat away from it any faster than it does from us, or is it just?
Yes, the grass immediately retreats away before catching a flame.
I think if we were to light a campfire, we may be partially protected from the angry plants.
Did I
There
hear?
we go.
It's only because Sepsis was so low to the ground and, investigating this.
So
that
we
he
didn't
could-
hear
that he-
anything
that-
there.
Are you
that they
calling
could
me
hear
short?
it.
I was
Yes.
going to say, you're calling sepsis short.
Yes.
Is that a short?
I mean, I'm not much taller.
I'm 5 foot dead. Like Ori's a giant by comparison to everyone else.
I'm 5'2".
Yeah.
I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
I was 6.
I mean,
Now I'm 6'2".
I would like
No, wait,
I would like to
thought I was
remind
6'.
you guys that Sepsis is 4 foot tall.
I know. Okay. Well, if you think that's a good idea, that's fine.
This is also like punched.
You're literally a quarter taller than me.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to continue on or find camp here?
I think we should.
I think we want to find a camp close to here.
Okay. So, I
Look
want
for like a clear.
everyone to decide whether they want to make a nature or a survival check to find a good campsite, and then pick someone to do it.
My survival's +6.
Mine's
Okay.
+2 for survival, yeah. So
My
maybe
survival's
dice.
my survival's +1. My nature is +3.
It sounds like Millie's the best place to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I get advantage because everyone else is helping me find someone?
Yes, you do.
Alrighty. Oh, that's really, really, really fantastic. 24.
Ah.
Ooh.
That's
I thought you were being really sarcastic.
That started off so
Is it?
sarcastically.
Tis a big number.
No, it really, really is really fantastic.
Okay.
My shoulder's gone. There we go.
You do manage to find just off the road that you're following along. You do manage to find a copse of trees, in the centre of which they seem to have been hollowed out, and these trees are tied together. The ropes are old, weather torn, but they've been tied together to make it look as if this thick, leafless tree is still impassable. It's almost impossible to see the clearing from the outside of it. But when you finally find your way underneath these branches and into the clearing at the centre of this wooded area, you can see an old campfire. Hasn't been lit in a very, very, very long time. The ashes have been turned into mud. It seems that someone has stayed here previously and found shelter.
Hey, looks like I found a good place to sleep.
The ground, strangely enough, as you walk on it, crunches slightly. And as you look down and get closer, you feel the kind of very fine white grit in your fingers.
What is it?
Go taste it and find out.
Yeah, I want to taste it.
Put it in your mouth.
You dab
Wait,
it
do
on
you
your
want to taste it or?
you dab it on your tongue. It is it reminds you immediately of the sea. It is salt.
Salt. The ground's been salted.
Oh.
There are no living plants, grasses, weeds, anything on the ground around you.
Wow,
Is
you
it
must have
perfect?
rolled really high to find this place.
It is the perfect campsite, is it not?
Yeah.
It's
I would say
Really,
so.
really, really perfect.
All right, let's set up.
Hey,
I'm
did
gonna-
anyone else hear a voice that suggested that this might be a trap?
No.
No,
Oh,
not
good.
at all.
Everything's fine then. Good.
Ace is going to take the heavy lifting and start setting up the tent.
Okay.
I'm gonna place Cedric near the entrance and make sure it's guarded.
I'll start a fire.
It's not going to be as you start to set up the tent, you do realise now then that the space cut out of what is effectively a giant bush is not going to be big enough to have a fire, all of you sitting around it, and a tent up. You may just have to sleep on the ground.
I can do without the
Okay.
tent.
Yeah, I'm not
I
bothered.
wasn't going to get in it anyway.
Pretty well covered.
And it's a warm
Yeah,
summer
it's
night.
not too bad.
Tell me about it.
I'll start putting out the bedrolls then.
Aw, Ace is so sweet.
So, do you want to go straight to rest or talk amongst yourselves?
Are we going to take turns watching, or is Cedric going to watch all night?
I mean, Cedric is a good guard dog. He'll wake us if anything happens.
Okay.
Okay.
I just lied.
I would like. I would like to get in touch with Worm and let him know how to find us.
Okay.
When he comes looking.
Okay.
Um,
You can do so.
Just, we don't necessarily need to play that one out. I just give him some telepathic directions.
Okay, cool.
And, Ace is going to meditate a little bit before sleep so that they can try and sort of get a sense for where they might find Thor.
Okay. Okay. Roll me a religion check.
Okay. Well, that's not going to be too high. That is going to be 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
As you find yourself falling into a meditative state, the recent, I suppose, knowledge gathered from Marcus about your father, where you all came from, your friend Sepsis' reluctance to speak of anything is weighing heavily on your mind. And while Thor is normally a hopeful, shining light for you in times of stress and anxiety, this time, unfortunately, worrying about your father and your friends is keeping you from connecting with him. And unfortunately, that kind of feeling goes on for long enough that your frustration then breaks your meditation.
Okay. Yeah. Ace is going to sort of give up on it for the night and sort of accept defeat on that.
Okay.
And go take some rest.
Cool. Okay. And everyone else has gone to sleep?
Mhm.
It's not.
Alright.
We've got our good boy on watch.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, Sepsis.
Hello.
It's a trap.
It's a dream.
Your legs are tired, your feet hurt, you are hot and freezing cold at the same time. You believe, you've felt this before, you feel dehydrated. There is what one would describe as a hangover, though you've never experienced it yourself, weighing heavily on your person. And you find yourself in a heat-scorched desert plain. Storm clouds above you, lightning off in the distance, frozen in forks across the sky. However, this time it is slightly different. On the horizon, there seems to be a looming jungle. Huge forest. And the instant you feel yourself walking towards it, you are suddenly standing at the foot of this jungle. The trees are 100 feet tall at their smallest. Some of them are up to 50 foot wide, ringed in vines, flowers of colours you've never seen. And the smell of just the fruits let you know that there are many wonderful delicacies but also dangerous poisons alive in this jungle. It is at that moment you feel a presence standing next to you. It is a cloaked presence with a thin, almost skeletal, if not for the muscles and skin around it. Just resting his hand on your shoulder, cloaked figure. I lost you for a second, child. Where have you been?
I've just popped out, actually. Where are we now?
This is... And then instead of answering you, turns and asks quizzically, not familiar to you, no?
Not particularly, no.
Strange. Very well. This is a real place. Somewhere on your world. You are heading in at least the right direction for now. You should seek it out. It has many answers for you to questions you do not even yet know you have.
Does this real place have a name?
Not one that you could pronounce in my tongue, and not one I have deigned to know in yours. You may call it home. And you feel
where my
the hand leave
Is it
your
where my
shoulder.
kind originate?
You feel the hand leave your shoulder. You look right, the presence has disappeared. And as you look back at the jungle, you do see several pairs of large, golden, slitted eyes staring out at you. And you dream no more.
Alright.
Oriana,
Sup?
you find yourself surrounded by marble. It is a beautiful summer's day. However, there is no roof on the building you're in, and as you look out through the gaps in the marble, it is a beautiful summer's day. You're in the middle of what appears to be a marketplace, or at least a festival, with many people dressed in fine white robes. The higher ranking of them wearing purple sashes, laurel crowns. Some topless, just wearing leather and metal kilts. But as you look up through the building, you see that it has no roof, and the night sky above is black, dark, stars and a crescent moon to guide you. And as you look around, you are lounging on pillows. There are many scantily clad men and women of many different races. Some you don't recognise, feeding you grapes from a platter while one fans you gently. You see before you many perfect specimens of humanity. You can't see any other tieflings about. However, the most perfect of all, even though he looks quite old, sits on a throne at the opposite end of the room. Long flowing white hair dropping over his shoulders, just intricately curled and braided beard going down over his oiled chest. And he sits there tapping what looks like rod or a wand of some kind in a lightning shape. Was just tapping it on his knee. He looks at you, you catch his eye, and he smiles and winks suggestively until the beautiful but harsh-looking woman next to him slaps his hand, and he looks away. Then she looks at you and winks suggestively until you feel a hand on your shoulder spin you around. As you are spun, there is flame and death and destruction and a skull on fire standing in front of you, nose to nose. And it says, "This is not your world."
No.
And you dream no more. Dice.
Yes, hi.
You are in a desert.
Okay.
The sun above you is beating down heavily. There are many strangely dressed humanoids in robes much too dark for this kind of desert climb. You find yourself in a canyon. There are many caves with cooking fires, and you can hear a whetstone turning, weapons being sharpened. Everyone here looks angry, their eyes fearful or full of hate. But the sound you are drawn to is a hammering. Just a fine hammer on metal, over and over and over, echoing from one of the tunnels. You walk into one of the tunnels, or you find yourself at least moving towards one, and you see hastily thrown together doors, very badly propped up tunnel ceilings, until you get closer, and the closer you get and the louder the hammering becomes, the more intricate and well made the doors become. At one point you feel your presence step on the floor and it almost clicks downwards, and the door before you opens with a hiss of steam, like an automatic door as you approach.
Ooh.
And you see the mechanisms working as it does. The hammering gets louder and louder. And then you see one final door.
Okay.
And it explodes open towards you.
Bit dramatic.
And you dream no more.
That told me nothing. Okay.
Ace. You are, again, in a desert.
Mm.
On the horizon, you see 3 towering structures. Beautiful, smooth sides going up to a point capped in gold, but with white limestone that reflects the sun and brightens everything for miles and miles around. There's 3 huge pyramids, differing in size, but dominating the horizon to the east, to the west. You find yourself in a city, or at least a very large town. There are humans walking around you, laughing, joking, clad in whites and very light colours. They are happy. One walks arm in arm with a huge humanoid, but while it has the body of a human, it has the head of an owl. Another walking behind them, a male, has the head of a falcon. You find yourself being drawn towards a large open area, kind of a theatre of sorts. There, down at the bottom of the theatre, as you stand at the top of these stepped seats, everyone laughing and joking and cheering the people on the stage, you see, you think, a hammer? Right there in the middle of the stage, there is a huge, pale-skinned man, rotund, would look unfit if not for the massive muscular arms that you can now see easily slapping assailants left and right, away from the hammer as he laughs with each blow. And you hear his voice out loud, and you know this is Thor for the first time in your life. Come, those who best me can touch it and see if they are worthy. And you dream no more.
Ace
So
is like, gonna touch it.
So you've all had a long rest.
Touch it.
You've all had a long rest.
Yep.
And you wake in the morning. Everyone roll a perception check.
That's never a good sign. Oh, for some reason I chose to roll with advantage. Hang on, I'll re-roll it. 12. Both my rolls previously were better.
Okay.
11.
9.
Okay. Nothing seems out of place. Sepsis, however. Boss, I'm almost there.
Okay, how far away are you?
I think I'm directly above the thing. This is really heavy.
Well, you could have led it along the ground, probably.
This was quicker. Just.
Yeah, you sound very out of breath.
Oh yeah. I've only just realised that I can probably not sound out of breath if I'm talking in my own head, but oh well, too late now.
Well, why don't you join us then?
I'm going to. Incoming! You immediately hear the branches above you begin to snap and break, and branch, stick, and old dead leaf come tumbling down in a huge mass. But you do notice the colour of Worm with his wings wrapped around something, falling through in the middle of him. And as he hits the floor, his wings splay, and rolling out towards you is Honey.
I wondered if you'd noticed. I go running over and scoop him up.
Okay, so you scoop up Worm or Honey?
Honey!
So you scoop up Honey, and Honey is very, very happy to see you, and Worm kind of like lifts his head off the floor, slightly dazed, looks over and goes, oh, don't thank the person who brought him then.
I pat Worm on the head. Thank you, I appreciate it.
No, actually don't thank him, it wasn't his idea.
No, I imagine it was his master's.
That was your idea, Sepsis?
I don't understand the tone of surprise.
Ace is gonna go over and pet Honey.
Thank you, Sepsis. I greatly appreciate it. I'd hug you, but I think that might upset you.
Yes, you can keep that to yourself.
Thank you. I'm scratching
Wow.
Honey's belly.
Sepsis, you keep exploring this sweet side. It's adorable.
Am I not usually sweet?
I don't know. I don't know you that well. We're working on it. The first couple of weeks, you were mostly standoffish and slept under bushes.
I mean, we all slept under a bush last night.
Yeah, we're sort of joining you on that one.
Big bush, though.
Weird dream.
One big bush.
I had a weird dream too. Lots of doors. So many doors.
Yeah, I must be sleeping in the woods.
Doors.
I always had weird dreams when I sleep in the woods, but I thought it was probably the mushrooms that I take before I go to sleep.
I mean, that could be part of it.
Maybe I should try that.
I'm not going to rule it out completely.
I don't know. I think I dreamt of Olympus and Zeus and a fiery skull, and I felt comforted by the fiery skull just because Zeus stopped. I wasn't looking at Zeus anymore.
What's wrong with Zeus?
So much.
I've heard some things.
Yeah.
Carl's mentioned.
Yeah. So I favour his brother.
I look sort of
Which
blank.
brother?
The underworld one, not the ocean one.
I see.
I've never been a big fan of swimming. It's
I should imagine.
cold and wet.
I'm guessing that comes with doing a lot of fire magic, not being so keen on
So
water.
being kind of infernal in nature.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hear that it's better down where it's wetter.
All right.
We'll take it from you.
Yeah.
It's,
Doobity-boop-boop.
I also had a bit of a communion with a god last night in my dreams, but
was it full?
Yeah. I actually got to see him this time, which was pretty cool.
How's he looking?
Large.
All of them?
I mean, are we talking?
Are
we talking?
And sort of looks away and continues talking. His arms were very big, and he was batting people away from Molnia.
Oh, like that then.
Hurry!
He just slowly blinks, looks off into the distance.
Look, I want to crack onto the river this morning. Can we get together and start moving?
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you ever had the opportunity, would you?
Would I what?
God.
Fuck a god.
My god's a gnome.
Just not Zeus.
My god's a gnome?
Is there a big
They're
rush?
just going to excuse themselves without saying anything and just go and start taking the bedrolls down.
Are we in some sort of tearing hurry?
No, but I still feel weird about this forest.
No,
but
we
we're
can
in
pack up while we're sleeping.
We're in a very pleasant clearing.
Why? Is there something you wanted to do that would delay things?
Yes, it would take about an hour.
Well, it gives us time to have breakfast at least.
Yeah, I plonk back down and start rifling for rations. I was going to say rationing for rifles. Which...
No, there's no rifles in this.
No rifles.
This isn't America.
Ooh.
Okay, so if everyone's okay with us taking an hour before we start our day, I'm going to do some shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
And I'm basically going to convert a couple of spell slots into sorcery points, and then take a short rest to replenish those spell slots.
Okay.
So that's.
But anyway, back to the matter. What's wrong with sleeping with a gnome?
That
As
is
this
kind of
conversation
racist.
is happening, Ace is going to get the fire prepared to cook anything.
What's wrong with a gnome? Nothing specifically. I've just never met one I'm attracted to, I suppose.
Maybe one day. My only suggestion is don't sleep with Zeus, and if you want Hera to throw you off a mountain.
I don't
I've
want that.
heard that happens.
Or catch something.
I don't want that either. So Hera's quite the strict wife, huh?
How would you feel if your husband has a long, long-running history of just sleeping with women and men?
Which one of them was a
completely-
swan?
Don't know. What have you heard about Richard?
Zeus turns himself into a... That's why I don't like swans.
Okay.
Swans make me nervous.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know enough about your mythology. I'm sorry.
It's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Oriana, by the way, you're looking particularly radiant today. I might even say that you look more beautiful than Aphrodite.
Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back. Don't put that shit on me.
Wait, is that something you're not supposed to say?
Yeah.
I don't know. Medusa's quite nice.
You're really quiet, Rich.
Yeah.
Have you put your mic in a different room? That was a mistake if you have.
Is it
This
running?
is just a bit of
Yeah, it's
sound
running-
engineering tip from me to you.
Is that any better?
A little bit, but
Slightly.
still quiet.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I think your mic might have disconnected. Or the Yeti, at least, if you're using that.
OBS wouldn't pick up any sound then.
Look.
But either way, Dice, Aphrodite is a goddess of love and beautiful things, and doesn't appreciate something being
Yeah, much
totally
better.
more beautiful than her. She has
Aphrodite,
issues.
who slept with, I want to say, her brother?
Let's not get into the family tree.
Okay.
It's a lot.
She's the lover of the god of war.
Sometimes.
But not any relation to him, no?
In a roundabout way, yes.
I was going to say, I'm sure that she was a relation of the god of war. I remember us talking about this while drunk one night.
They're all related to each other in one way or another.
Doesn't that make the Greek gods a little incestuous?
It makes
They
them
don't.
really incestuous.
All right. I'm gonna.
Persephone is married to her own uncle. Her mother is her aunt.
Well,
Well, this has
It's
been
a
an
lot to unpack.
interesting diversion.
if it makes you feel any better, my god doesn't like humans.
You're,
So-
you're currently having a short rest. Shush, shush.
I am having a short rest.
Your god doesn't
Okay.
like humans. But you're a human.
I know.
Well, then why do you follow a god that doesn't like you?
So, Stilskin was worshipped by the gnomes that trained me in sort of how to be an artificer and how to use my magic. And as a result, it just sort of rubbed off on me over time. And I sort of adopted him. I don't know how he'd feel about me, but
Rubbing off on people is very much what Zeus is known for.
Oh god. Maybe I should
Yes,
change my
that's
religion.
what they say.
Let's find out where
the
that's
the
flaming
North are quite
skull
happy
from.
to take new pledges.
I think I will stick
I was
with
think-
Stilskin.
I was
thanks.
thinking more underworld.
Is that because the Norse
We have
don't
an
have any
underworld.
sexual deviants in their pantheon, Ace?
Not going to answer that question, Sepsis.
Hey, who made that?
Actually-
Who made that horse that Odin rides?
Loki.
Yeah,
How?
we don't talk about it that much.
Yeah, at least as far as I'm
It's
aware,
unclear.
in my religion, no one fucked a horse to give birth to a horse.
Yeah.
Was fucked by a horse.
Yeah. Loki was the mother.
Yeah.
God. Damn.
My gods have done some fucked up shit, but they've never pulled that.
I mean, my god doesn't like any humanoid deities, as far as I can tell.
Mm.
But so far, they've served me pretty well in creating some interesting creations.
That's true. They have been treating you quite fondly.
They
Maybe
did
it
give
is
you a hell
your
dog.
parentage.
Is your magic linked to your religion?
No. But I can't imagine that it hurts when you deal almost exclusively with fire and cogs and grease and oil to worship a god that specializes in those things.
Can't hurt.
Maybe I really should change the god I'm with. Or pantheon I follow.
Yeah, they love it when people do that, I've heard.
I say, I think they'd like you to stick around once you've made that choice, huh?
Oh, Zeus has never done anything for me.
What has he
That's-
done for you lately? What have the Olympians ever done for us?
You would say this, but you wouldn't say that you were prettier than Persephone.
She's prettier than Aphrodite.
Sorry.
Look,
Surely Zeus is the one to be more worried about.
Zeus is an A-grade fuckboy. Aphrodite just has issues.
I'm not sure I'd want to
And
go
almost everyone in that pantheon has issues, and they're all Zeus's fault.
The goddess of love.
I just don't think I'd want to piss off any god in a pantheon that I worshipped.
No. I am a little nervous about challenging Thor.
Isn't that his thing, though? Like, he loves being challenged.
Yeah, but he's not so good on losing. And
You think you're going to-
I want to try and win.
Interesting, okay.
So,
That's what Odin asked of me.
I'll just stick with a god that hates humans. It's all good.
as this religious
Egypt-
debate carries on into Sepsis's hour-long,
45 minutes.
hour-long kind of rule-breaking spell slot recharge.
Hang on, what are you talking about? Rule breaking? This is completely this is completely allowed.
As the religious debate goes on, you eventually, Sepsis, you finish having your short rest.
Yep.
It is now about 7 a.m. by Oriana's watch. What do you want to do?
I have 9 soul speed points now.
All right, show off. Okay. Sepsis, are you good now?
Yep. All good.
Let's get a move on.
All right.
Everything's been packed up, so we're good to go.
Can I stick my head out through the trees and just have a look at what the local vegetation's doing now?
Yeah. Roll me a nature check.
Yeah, it was being shady earlier.
Yeah, nature checks are not cool. I'm not Keeslin, Richard.
Stop looking at the trees then.
Can't help it. I want to know.
I want to look at
You
the
could
tree.
ask someone who knows about nature to look at the nature.
To be fair, give me a second because I think we'll get to that in a
I mean,
minute.
it's not Ace, so.
Unfortunately, it's going to suck no matter what, but my iPad's reloading really slowly. So let's just pretend it's a 7 and call it good because I got a 5 and I think mine's at least 2 on nature.
I'm the onceler.
Oh,
I
no,
speak
hang on.
for the trees.
It's a 9. I got it to load.
The grass looks like strange grass.
All right.
Just strange grass.
Looks
You-
like
Friendly descriptor.
You've studied it enough before.
Strange.
You've studied it enough before that you know what you're looking at. You know that this is an alien kind of vegetation. Other than that,
Yeah.
you can't really tell whether it's acting out of the ordinary.
Okay.
We know it's shifty. That's it.
I turn back round and I go, "There's grass. Shall we leave?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And we proceed.
Okay. Are you continuing to move through the forest alongside the road stealthily or quickly now that it's daytime?
I think we can move quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly, yeah?
Particularly
Quickly,
because
yeah.
our stealth doesn't seem to be. It seems that our stealth is on the blink at the moment. So
Okay.
It's
Our
broke.
stealth is very loud.
I want you to roll me then a group perception check for the first few hours of travel.
Okay.
Wow, that's even
With
worse.
these rolls today. 11.
Sepsis, you're rolling for worm, yeah?
with Worm's perception, yeah, no, we did say that, didn't we?
Does Strick get perception checks?
No. Sepsis Cedric relies on you normally.
Well, he's vigilant, like as himself.
Okay.
And he has a passive perception of 14.
Let me have a look at Cedric for a second.
I was going to say, so theoretically, he should be able to do a perception check. If he has a passive perception, I'd expect him to have a perception, if that makes any sense.
If your perception score is usually just 10 plus, your passive perception is usually just 10 plus your perception. Isn't it? So
No, actually, one of
that would imply that he
his
has.
one of his highlighted skills is athletics and perception. So yeah, you can have him make a perception check if you want.
Where does it say that? Oh, perception plus 5. Yeah, of course he can. Idiot. Right. Well, I got a very solid 10, and Cedric got 16.
Okay. A few hours into your journey then, maybe around about, well, by Oriana's reckoning, around about 11:30.
I didn't tell you what I rolled.
Oh, sorry, what did you roll? What did you roll for worm?
15.
15. Okay. Around about 11:30 then, Cedric stops dead in front of you and kind of backs into Dice's leg. At this moment, or almost at the same time, Sepsis, you hear a voice in your head. Boss.
What?
Up ahead on the road, there's lots of elves on horseback coming this way. They're just over that hill.
Good job, Worm.
They're coming quick.
Sepsis dives into the underbrush.
Okay.
I go, it looks like we should hide, and I drag Cedric into the bush with me and attempt to hide.
Okay. You've got a few minutes to try and hide. Is there anything you do to make yourself less conspicuous?
I cover Cedric in bushes and branches and leaves.
Okay.
Like as quickly as I can, like I'm just sticking them around him and making him lie down and patting him into a bush.
Okay. Ace?
And I pull up like of elvenkind.
Is there anything you do to make yourself less conspicuous in the woods?
Try and sort of conceal myself as best I can in the overgrowth, but
Okay.
other than that,
Oriana?
Yeah, head into the trees, pull my hood up on my cloak, and just make myself as small as possible.
Okay. And Sepsis?
I'm gonna cast disguise self to make myself look basically to make camo clothing for myself, and curl up under a bush.
So you're going to make yourself look like a goblin ranger?
I'm gonna make
greens
myself.
and browns.
I'm basically wearing exactly the same cloak that I'm currently wearing, but it has like foliage patterns and shit on it.
Okay.
And looks like the forest around me.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a cuttlefish.
Oh, and obviously Worm's invisible.
Before the stealth checks, then I would like not Ori, but I need dice to roll me a survival check.
Survival?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ace to roll me a survival check.
Alrighty.
For using the surrounding foliage to hide Cedric and yourself.
This dice is going in jail now. Goodbye, dice. Right. That was a survival, yeah. That's a 6.
Okay.
Just yeet that dice to hell.
Yeah, that is going straight to hell.
13.
Sin bin it.
13. Okay.
Where's the dice?
But I'm going to use Flash of Genius and add 4 to that.
Add 4 to yours or Ace's?
Both.
Can you?
Yes. When you or another creature you see within 30 feet of you makes a saving throw or an ability check, you can use your reaction. I mean, we're not in combat, so it's if I'm spacing it over a couple of minutes, I add 4 to Ace and then I add 4 to myself. It's not... there's no reason why not.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that, yeah. Okay.
Use this a lot.
So you've used that twice out of your 4 times a day. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Now everyone roll me a stealth check. Ace, you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah,
It's a
because
straight
I'm not
roll.
moving.
Straight roll.
Hey, Bri, any advantage
13.
for inventing camouflage?
Sepsis, you get advantage.
Does Cedric get advantage on his stealth check?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Alright. I can't remember what you add to stealth for the dog.
Dex.
Dex.
Straight dex.
Alright.
So, Sepsis?
11.
Oriana?
14.
Ace?
13.
Dice?
19 for me and 16 for Cedric.
Okay, cool. It takes a few minutes then, obviously, to cover Cedric and for Ace, you to cover yourself in the surrounding foliage. But just after you're done, you find that it was in the nick of time, as thundering over the hill next to you comes 30 or 40 soldiers on horseback, elven soldiers, most in heavy armour, but there are 10 bringing up the rear that seem to be in lighter leather armour, and they are bowmen, You see no real blades on them, but many arrows and bows. And you do see full plate armor on most of the elves up front. Roll a perception check for me, anyone who cares to.
Most people would care to for this one, surely.
That's
Yeah.
cocked.
17.
That's cocked.
Okay.
All right.
That's 11.
Okay.
12.
I got 18 looking through Worm's eyes.
Okay. Sepsis and Oriana, as they rush past, you notice a lot about the horses. They are foaming at the mouth. They are white on the hindquarters with congealed sweat, and they are being pushed hard. These horses running at this pace, knowing how far away you are from Cardiff, which is where they seem to be headed, a few of these horses may not make it there. The elves on their backs do not look like they care.
Bastards.
Sepsis, you notice that the lead horseman, the only one not in formation, the lead horseman is at his side while he is carrying a sword. He's also carrying a backpack, in which are quite a few tightly rolled up sheets of paper in quite a uniform fashion, but you can see there's about 20 or 30 of them. There is also a small sack of, and poking out of the leather you can tell at this distance through Worm's eyes, there's a small sack of nails attached to this satchel.
Small sack of nails.
Mm-hmm.
And did you say there were like papers and things in the satchel?
There what seems to be 20 to 30 rolled up scrolls, tightly rolled up scrolls. You cannot see what is on them.
No, I'm not going to do that. That would be stupid.
What, mage hand?
I was thinking of sending Worm.
Worm's
I would. No. No.
Okay.
I can't think of any reason why Sepsis would do that.
Okay, cool.
I'm leaving it.
They eventually, it only takes them seconds to pass you, and maybe after about 5 minutes or so, the sound of their passage then, or the sound of their continued journey, is swallowed up by the forest behind you.
They're going to kill those horses.
Did
It's
they?
not like they had a lot of care for other creatures that we know of as well. So I'm not very surprised.
For a race that's supposed to worship nature and be very close with nature, I mean, we know they're not. We know that, but
Oh, they're a disgrace to their history.
They've really strayed.
can I see if anything was dropped as they went past?
Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, that is lovely. Okay, 17, 21.
Okay. As you look at the ground that's been churned up by their passage, then you do notice that at least 2 of the horses have thrown a shoe.
Okay.
You find them, they're of massively different sizes, so they came from definitely 2 different horses. You also notice a few nails, but they're not the kind of nails that would be used to shoe a horse. They're just thick, very badly made, very hastily thrown together, or shaped pieces of metal. Something that would normally be used to hang up a notice, hang something on a wall or a tree that you didn't really care about.
Did anyone
He
see?
sees you looking at one and just scoffs at the craftsmanship.
I'm stopping on my own. Believe me, eh?
Could I have a horseshoe?
Of course. And I give Ori the larger one because you're taller than me.
Thank you.
That's okay. I put the other one in my bag as like a good luck thing.
Keep it the right way up.
It's very hard to determine that. It's in a bag.
Just don't hang it above a door.
Why not?
Because I might not be able to walk in.
I don't think you're that demonic in nature.
Bad spirit.
I wouldn't be allowed in. Just saying.
Who asked
Or
you?
you wouldn't.
Oh, sorry, boss.
Did one say
Familiars should be seen and not heard. And actually also not seen.
Alright, and he goes invisible.
no?
I like Worm.
Poor
Oh,
Worm.
don't.
Hey, boss, she likes me.
No.
He's adorable.
No, she doesn't. That's pity.
As we're walking along, we should have a look for notices nailed to trees somewhere.
Oh, I bet it's wanted posters.
That's.
I'll bet it's got us on it.
I think you just never get my nose right.
Yeah.
I can
Shall we?
reference any Disney film, okay? Not any. That's not
If
true.
you can name 2 children in this campaign, Elsa and Anna, we're going to bring up Disney.
It was your fault, really.
All this is
Yeah,
proven. All
you
this is
started
proven is that D&D players are an entire generation of people ruined by Disney.
Or that we're very sad people, one way or another.
No, we're awesome people.
Little column A, little column B. Can I see any other reason we shouldn't be able to keep wandering?
No, not from what you can see right now.
It might be safe for us to carry on following this road for a bit now.
I think so. They went the other way, so if we start
Yeah.
to hear anything, we should really listen out for hooves.
Cool.
Well,
I'll send Worm on ahead to scout.
Okay.
Thinking from behind.
Or you could send Cedric out behind to scout.
I'll
do
keep
you really want Cedric behind you?
Well, boss.
Yes, very far behind me, preferably. What, Worm?
I've already scouted ahead once. Do you want to know what's coming?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right. In about half a day's journey in this general direction, east, I think, there's what looks like a port town. It's on a river.
Right.
Strange. Not
Okay.
close to the coast, which is weird. It's just on a river. But it's new. A lot of the buildings are under construction. It's a port that's new.
Some sort
Oh,
of new port.
bro.
Yeah,
Now you're in Newport.
it's some sort of new port.
Concrete
Concrete jungle, nothing in order. Not far from the border.
Yeah.
Newport.
So
A
there's-
Newport.
There's this port. After that is that bridge we were on about.
Yes.
But yeah, that's about it.
When did you have time to scout half a day's travel ahead?
When you sent me to follow the people.
Oh,
Collective
yes,
badger,
right.
apparently.
Boss, you remember you were gone for like 2 days, yeah?
Yes, Worm, I remember.
Like I couldn't contact
You know-
you.
You know, if I keep getting this much lip from you, I'm going to dismiss you and summon a new one.
Um,
Don't you dare get rid of Worm.
You can't hear this.
I don't know how much of this you've looked into, boss, but it don't really work that way. If I die and you perform the ritual again, I'll come back.
If you die, I might not perform the ritual again.
Oh, all right. Sorry. I'll shut.
Yes.
And he's just silent.
Good.
So we're just going to keep walking until we hit this new port.
It sounds like.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware,
So you carry on.
I can't see it.
Yeah, we carry on ahead.
Cool.
Onwards.
Carry on.
I would like another group perception check, then, please.
Okay.
He
Is... Oh,
That's a nicer one.
Sepsis, you get advantage through Worm because he's scouting ahead, quite far ahead.
Well, I rolled without advantage, and I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
So
That's
I
fine.
don't see much point in rolling again.
No, that's
I
fine.
don't think I'm going to beat it. 21 is the total.
Okay. Everyone else? Oriana?
I got
11.
Ace?
17.
Dice?
17 for me, 21 for Cedric.
Excellent. Okay.
We saw stuff.
For most of you then, there doesn't seem to be anything in the immediate vicinity. The forest seems to be getting a lot gentler. The ground more rocky. And as the forest breaks, you find yourself at the crest of a gently rolling hill, like a valley that drops gently down before you. It's quite clear ground. Looks like old farmland. Hasn't been worked in a long time. But there are, even now, right next to you and off in the distance, you can see the broken patches of grass that denote old kind of dry stone walls that have fallen into disrepair. Off to your left, far off in the distance, you can see the land rising up to become much more mountainous. So there are mountains off to the left, Sepsis, who's not looking because he's looking through the eyes of Womb and everything looks quite flat from up there. They are looking through the eyes of Womb and everything looks quite flat from up there.
Probably 100 hours Sepsis has been a day.
Yeah.
It's funny because you do so well with me.
I know.
And then he gets deceptive.
Um,
Because Greg's pronouns are different.
Yes, that's actually why.
Yeah.
Okay, so
My next character is gonna have he him pronouns, so you'll be all right then.
next character.
My next one I plan might have the hints as well.
What, you don't expect me to have a backup character, Bri?
Yeah, I've got backup.
You've got like 7 backup characters. I know you do.
Yeah. No, but I know who I'm using next. Now.
I know. I'm going to make Sepsis immortal. Right. Okay. So
That's
That
their
doesn't
whole
stop them
goal.
from that doesn't stop them leaving the campaign.
good point.
Yeah, Forgebane didn't die.
Good point. You can see off in the distance, quite far, miles and miles off to the west. You can see a long, shining, reflective light, and it winds.
As opposed to those non-shining lights.
It winds out. It winds out of the mountains and cuts like a scar across the land, from the north to the south, and it seems to be glittering and reflecting the sunlight back in your eyes.
Sort of like a river.
Almost exactly like a river off in the distance.
Right.
Between you and the river, maybe about halfway, you can see at the bottom of this valley is, adjacent to a much smaller and closer river, you can see a small town.
Mm.
Can I see?
You can all see the town.
Hey, look, civilization.
Sepsis.
That's a strong term for it.
Sepsis. Through Worm's
Yes.
eyes, as Worm is much closer to the town, you can see a lot of the buildings are yet to finish construction. But there are quite a few people milling about, humans and other races alike. Very few elves, from what Worm can discern.
Wonderful.
Interesting. People milling about, you say?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people currently actively working on building different structures.
By people, do you mean humans?
Both. Humans
Ooh.
and many other races.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume
When you say few,
we don't know that.
when you say few elves, what sort of capacity are the
How
elves
sparse?
acting in? Are they like?
Do you want Worm to go closer?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So as you still make your way then, I suppose you're being guided by your friends. You look through Worm's eyes and he flies down closer to the town, and he can see there are some elves working in a foreman or supervisor capacity. A lot of them are look very official, administrative in nature. They're just pointing, this from point A needs to go to point B. These people need to be working on building X over there. There are very few soldiers. No guard to speak of.
Is this town this is in the direction that those elf soldiers came before, correct?
However, you also notice that closer to the river, there are quite a few buildings that are seemingly finished. The port, then, or the docks, where there are quite a few large boats docked already, they seem to be the busiest sections of the city. You see quite a few sailors there doing no work whatsoever, as the human labourers on land seem to be the ones employed to take cargo to and from. And most of the buildings that are ready at the port seem to be taverns.
Interesting. Fair enough. If we are about to enter a town, should we not look like ourselves if possible?
I think that's a good plan.
Not a bad idea.
With that, Ace is going to don the hat.
Looking at it, for spell conservation reasons, looking at the town, walking towards it is going to take you about 3 hours to get there.
Oh yeah, not until we're within sort of 10 minutes of the town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking like a rock gnome labourer right now.
Okay.
Because it's fucking unlimited for me.
Okay.
Warlock's
It's
gonna
unlimited
warlock.
for me as well, but
Yeah.
Okay. So deciding now, then, what are your disguises going to be? Rock gnome, labourer, Ace.
Ace is probably going to go with. It's a really probably like another type of gnome.
Okay.
Yeah. And
You
just
can only change your height by like a foot, though, can't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
That would make you 4 foot.
Although
It's fine.
Not for a gnome.
yes, that's true.
How tall are
What,
gnomes?
4'2"?
No.
Gnomes are tiny.
Oh, okay.
They're like that.
No, gnomes are like
Gnomes
gnomes are like tabby.
I was half orc before. I can be half orc again.
Okay.
Short half orc.
Okay.
Yeah.
6'2". 6'2's it's within bounds for a half orc.
Okay. Oriana.
Half orc.
Okay. Dice.
Yeah, also 6 foot half orc. I'm diddy. But I'm going to make myself look quite weak and weedy as well. Like, just not.
We've
like,
made
super
ourselves
half
such a
orc.
small party.
I know. We're very short, apart from Ori, who's like this giant.
I was gonna say, bitch.
We were all meant to be teenagers, so
Okay.
I went little. Also, I like to play outside of my actual height.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm short anyway, yeah.
So
And
you
tall.
make your way down to the town. As you're making your way down to the town, you do see then hidden in a kind of dip in the ground, walking towards the valley, there is another road that goes off to the left towards the mountains. And this is even more noticeable because you hear quite a lot of noise coming down this road. You are now about maybe 20 minutes away from the town. And there seem to be maybe about 5 carts right now heading towards you. Look to be heavily laden with rocks ready for breaking and shaping. There's a lot of slate in one of them.
Are our disguises up now?
You are maybe about 10 minutes away from the town.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
already disguised up by this point.
Cool. So the carts pass you. At the back, one of the carts comes to a stop, and you do see then, looking actually very similar to Sepsis, if not just slightly older, is a rock gnome driving the cart. And as the other 4 carts trundle off, the rock gnome just kind of stops. Hello?
Hello.
Is the rock gnome speaking in common?
Yes.
Good,
Okay.
because it just occurred to me that I don't speak gnomish.
I sort of. Hello?
Have you? And he looks back. He looks back west. Have you come far looking for work?
We aren't looking for work.
Oh, I was taking it by your clothes and the general sense of walking in this direction. You were looking for a good day's pay for a nice day's work.
No.
Generally just passing through, I think.
All right then, bye.
What
And
sort of work?
he goes to like whip the horse in front of him to make it carry on.
What sort of work?
Bye.
You know, general labouring, and I've got a cart full of chalk. Taking.
I've got a jar of dirt.
Where are you taking the chalk?
To town.
Well,
What, do you want us to pay us to move the chalk?
Well, yeah, it'd be great. I'd also give you a lift the last bit to town.
It doesn't sound like a great deal.
I'll pay you.
Oh,
How much?
how
what's
much?
are we talking here? Yeah.
5 copper an hour.
No.
Is that an outward laugh from you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Ace is
you
gonna
laugh
fold their
in you
arms.
laugh in his face.
Well, I mean, he's on a cart, but
All right.
I laugh towards his face.
All right. 7.
I'll be honest, we're
Uh,
normally more the guarding, adventuring types rather than the
Heavy
labouring
lifting.
types. The rates
It
are a bit
pays-
different for us.
It pays ever so slightly better.
Well,
How about I give you a shiny gold coin and you give us a lift without us having to haul chalk around for you?
done.
All right.
Excellent.
You're gonna give him a gold.
We all hop on the cart then.
He,
Yes, I am going to give him a gold.
he looks at the coin. Just he's so pleased with himself.
He's never seen this much money in his whole life.
That's like a week's trade. That is right.
That
Hop on.
sounds like a very bad deal. Would you like me to teach you to kill people?
Yeah, it sounds like you're in the wrong trade.
It's a much safer trade than killing people, I think.
That's true. It
As
definitely
long
is.
as you're not the one being killed.
Yeah. Hop on then.
Thanks. Can I say in Gnomish? So, what's your name?
Okay. In Gnomish back to you.
Yep.
He says, my name is Chalksworth.
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 What a lovely name. My name's Judith. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's
I-
Cecil Chalksworth, but there are 9 Cecils in my generation of the family because none of the parents were talking to each other, and we've all got different surnames because none of the mums married well, according to the rest of the mums anyway. So we're all called by our surnames. So I'm Chalksworth.
Can I call you Chalky?
Everyone else does.
I thought they might.
Oriana perks up in Normish as well. I go, Jesus, she only asked your name.
Did you say Normish?
Normish. Normish.
What language
incredibly
are you
Welsh
speaking?
spoken.
I'm speaking Normish.
Like the Welshest pronunciation of Gnomish I've
My
ever
own
heard in my
husband
life.
attacking me for my accent, thanks.
I'm speaking Normish. I got startled into speaking Normish because I saw the strafing dragons. Sorry.
If it helps, somebody turned around to Rich last week and went, God, you went so very neath there.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Do you threaten to stab someone?
No, I pronounced the name of my hometown with an F at the end instead of a TH. Neef.
Yeah.
You're a disgrace.
Neef, neef, neef. Sorry.
In Neath, they don't threaten to stab people; they just stab them.
Yeah.
They just do. Yeah. Same as
Um,
Swansea, to be honest.
So, You hop on the back of the cart, and he takes you towards town.
Yep.
I was going to ask, is there anywhere in particular you'd like to be dropped off?
Actually, we've never been here, so it's hard for us to say.
Well, there
The other
is...
side of the bridge would be lovely.
I haven't got the...
Or is he still in Gnomish?
He's still in Gnomish.
Oh, then I didn't say that.
I haven't got the paper.
We're looking to get to the bridge.
Well, if you want, there's a adventurer's, I suppose, job board on the port.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Can I turn around to Sepsis and just say, what race does it say on your adventuring permit? Very, very quietly, just to Sepsis.
Does it say a race on my adventuring permit?
Have you had a look at your adventuring permit?
No. And apparently, I have to explicitly say that I've read this thing that I've been carrying around for 24 sessions.
Well, no, because it was updated, wasn't it, by Father?
What does it say, bro? I take it out to read
For
it.
being the suspicious little folk that they are, I suspect they would have read it as an in-character thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually know what information is on there. It didn't occur to me that race might be one of the things they record.
It says your name is Hugin.
Yep.
And you are a Durgar adventurer.
Fantastic.
The guy adventurer with a human, or
Human slave. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I could just say that I
okay.
lost them.
picked up these half-orc.
As you kind of as you like surreptitiously shuffle at your papers just to have a look, he looks around and goes, "Oh no, don't worry about that. There's no paperwork in the port. It's just you take a job, you find who posted it, you take them proof that their job is done, and you get paid.
That's fairly.
There's not so much of a what you'd call justice system in the port.
A lot more casual.
More of a criminal overworld.
A bit of a snitches get stitches sort of mentality. I take it.
Yeah, let's say that.
How
Sounds
do
right
the,
up your alley, Sepsis.
I don't know what you mean. How do the
Who's
elves
that?
feel about that? My
Well-
name is Hugin.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Hugin.
know. I suppose when you know the port's finished and the elves actually move in, I suppose they'll kick out the more unsavoury element. But for now, the unsavoury element is having as much fun as they can.
Honestly,
Makes sense.
that's reasonable to me.
Hey, bro, are there any planters around? Like, are there any just municipal plants or anything like that?
While we're on a cart.
No, I know where you're going with this.
What? While you get further into the town?
Yeah, sometimes inside a town there'll be a stone planter that the local council.
No one has
put
planted
there.
cannabis in the middle of the city.
There are.
Before I check.
I mean,
There
not
are-
in this universe.
There are a
but-
couple of very young plants that are obviously to be given time to grow in the nicer areas of the town, but
Fair enough.
like
I
there's
just wanted to check if,
you know,
if any of them were drugs.
no, you pass a park that happens to have not been defaced yet, and you pull up quite close to the side of the river at a tavern that is literally called the Tavern. In fact, the
Imagine
has
it.
been painted over with le. And there's
did
an
you
E
write
on the
this
end
place-
of tavern.
Did you write this place on a day when you were particularly tired or something?
Nope. Have you been?
Or
have,
just
so you
with
hang
complete
on.
disdain for
sorry.
Newport.
just checking. None of you have ever been to Le Pub in Newport.
No,
No, I have.
no.
Actual pub.
Yep, by the train station.
Le pub.
No,
Yep.
the only place I want to go when I'm in Newport is out.
I lived there
The
for a
only
year.
pubs I've been to in Newport is across the river to Riverside.
I was
for
going to say
concerts.
Paddy's.
And the only other one I know of was Potter's by the bus station.
Or TJ's.
Yeah.
My daughter's performed at Riverside a couple of times.
Okay, so you get to the pub. Nice to make your acquaintances. The job board's over there. This is the... And he stares at the sign on the pub, looking for... And you can see in his face he's straining to look for a diplomatic way of putting it. Nicest tavern in the port.
Thank you. Goodbye forever.
Wait. Can I ask one more question?
You knows it.
All right, Talkie.
Oh god.
Where would
Sorry,
we-
local slang.
on the job board, is that where they would also post sort of wanted posters, things like that for bounty hunters? I thought it might be. Thank you for your help.
If you want to look for bounty hunting, that's exactly where to go.
Good
Perfect.
to know.
I like people who live dangerously.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Klutz. And he drives his wagon off.
What did he just call us?
I
know.
don't know and I don't care. I go looking for the board.
Cool, okay. So as you take in your surroundings, walking towards the board, there are many sailors of many different races sitting and lounging around, playing cards, playing dice. There's quite a few...
No one's playing with me, thank you.
There's quite a few humans in sailor's garb, watching and laughing and scoffing as the labourers, also humans, walk past them. They are not wearing collars, but
Interesting.
you make your way towards the job board.
I look at Ori and go, pirates?
Maybe.
And there, on the job board, there are a few notices. One is for Wyvern issues around the quarry to the north. Another is a man swears blind there is a kraken in the river.
I think I've heard that story.
But you also see
Above our pay grade.
you also see written over it, it's a giant octopus, you drunken dick. And it hasn't been taken off yet, or no one seems to have gone after the job.
Weird.
In the centre of the
giant
job
octopus
board,
alone.
though, around all of these different jobs you could possibly take, in the centre of the job board, there is a very finely made poster. As you approach Oriana, the faces on the poster start to move. Almost.
Shit, it's Harry Potter.
With
But-
apologies to
but-
J.K. Rowling.
But a drawing, not a
Oh,
Oh, we
face.
don't apologise to her.
It
No,
is.
no.
No, I
apologise
mean
to her.
I just meant in the sense of like, please don't sue us.
It is a drawing, not a photo. And you see the drawings move, and as you have seen yourself in a mirror, you know that this is a very good likeness to you and the rest of your party.
Can I rip it down?
You can.
Can I rip it down?
What does it say in terms of reward?
As you tear it, it comes off in your hand. You look back. It's still there. There are 2 copies.
I ripped that one down.
It is still there. You now have 2 copies in your hand.
Is this a Hydra in disguise?
Every time you rip one down, more appear.
I use prestidigitation to set it on fire.
The fire does not catch. However, the other notices around it do start to catch and quickly burn up. They're on very thin, badly made paper. After a few
don't have
moments,
jobs anymore.
after a few moments, the 2 copies in your hand disappear.
Right.
Okay, so they don't want people carrying copies around.
So these are good These are good likenesses. And is there a reward mentioned? What are they looking for? What does the poster say that they want us for?
But to be fair, while you are reading it, Oriana or Sepsis or whoever wants to, in fact, guys can do it as well. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Not going to go well, Rich. 10.
17 for me.
Ooh.
To Arcana.
Ooh. I don't get any pluses to it, but I got a nat 20.
22.
Okay.
God's sake.
So for Ace and Oriana, then you know instinctively, having studied it now for a few moments, you are looking at an illusion, which is strange because Oriana, you felt it in your hand. You felt this fire. It was real. For a moment. Oh, sorry, not the fire. You felt the paper in your hand. It was real. For a moment. So it's a quite small but powerful illusion cast on this notice.
Oh, to have dispel magic.
And what does it say our crimes are?
I really don't know what it says.
It's got Ace in their human form. It's strangely
I'm starting
enough.
to feel like he doesn't want to tell us what it says.
I will tell you in a moment.
Maybe he hasn't written anything down.
It's got Ace and Dice in their human forms. Escape from servitude.
Sobibor.
Oriana harbouring escapees.
Yeah, that's my crime.
Sepsis harbouring escapees. And murder.
Just all the slowly turn to look at that.
It's like,
Who the hell did I murder?
Honestly,
Only you would know.
Under murder, you see written in small writing, wanted for questioning in relation to.
right.
Did you witness a murder? That wasn't one of us doing it?
To be fair, it could be one that we were involved in.
I
we have
did
done a lot of killing.
collapse the tunnel on all those elf guards.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what they mean.
Or something to do with the guards captain, maybe? But why would they believe that that was anything to do with sepsis rather than the Durgar?
No idea.
I think the sooner
However, the picture of Sepsis, remember, is a sack of cloth.
Yeah.
It's just basically like
A blob.
a pile.
It's a pile of shifting voluminous folds.
What? Why? Why did you have to bring back that description?
I'll be honest, as soon as we get out of... Oh my god, what do we call Wales? Help me.
Kimra.
Kimria. The sooner we get out of Kimria, the better, I think.
Okay.
Stu, sepsis has poisoned so many people.
Okay. And on that note,
You know.
what do you do?
Yeah, but we
Get a
don't know
drink.
about that. I go and make tea and go for a wee. Sorry, that's not relevant to the story.
You're gonna go get a drink in the
Gotta go
pub.
get a drink.
Okay.
Yeah,
In real life.
go to the tavern.
Cool. So you step into the tavern.
You stab it.
And as you do so, before I describe what it looks like, I'm going to leave it there. So we're going to take a break. Okay, just before we take a break very quickly then, for those who were watching at the beginning, this is the last session of the campaign Chronicles of Nidum that is going to be run from or through Dice of the Beholder. We are from now on going to move ourselves just to this campaign. We're still
He
going to
says from
stream
now on, he means from next week on.
from next week on, sorry, not from after break, over to Heavyweight Gaming. I will post the link again in chat, but basically Heavyweight is run by an amazing TTRPG and just roleplay content creator. He's invited loads of other...
God, you're such a brown noser.
Hey, I've known AD for like 40...
Just because he's
God.
our new boss, you're sucking up to him. Ridiculous.
Eddie's a good egg.
So yes, because he's an amazing creator and has a lot of visions for the future, and he's invited a lot of other wonderful DMs and content creators over to his channel as well. We're going to fill up his Sunday slot. So
Just sounds
I'll
dirty
fill up
when
your
I say
space
that.
slot, you dirty
Hey.
bitch.
So
Right.
from next week onwards, you're going to have to watch the campaign there. So please, when I post the link in chat, go give him a follow now. As soon as you can, just go give him a follow. Get ready for us to come out next week. But also allow yourself to be introduced to lots of other wonderful games, like the Carbon, the steampunk. Fifth edition game that they're running. The rules set that there's been written for 5th edition is amazing. It's brilliant. They run a Pathfinder 2nd edition campaign as well, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, go check it out. I'll post a link in chat now. Go check them out. And yeah, we're going to go on break. We will be back in about 15 minutes. Cheers. See you in a bit.
Bye.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello and welcome
Has
back.
nipples made of bark?
And welcome back to the second half of session 26 of Dice and Beholder.
26.
What? 27.
You just said 26.
I know. 27.
It looks like there's something creepy in the woods behind Charlie.
Yeah,
Hang on, no. It is 26.
Well, you said
It was
27.
27 earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it wrong at the beginning. It's actually session 26. Because it was session 25 last time because Charlie got wings and everyone leveled up.
We should have a longer chat about this, I think. Let's keep this conversation going.
No, so
So what was it before 25?
you walk into the tavern and everything goes silent. There are minstrels, bards, playing instruments on the stage, all now looking at you. There are many, many sailors inside, waiters, waitresses, barmen, all just staring straight at you. Their eyes glance over Ace, Dice, Oriana. Strange then when they come to Sepsis that they find a rock gnome travelling with all of these large kind of hench half-orcs. And with a kind of wry grin on all of their faces, they go back to the drinks and the noise and the conversation starts up once again.
Ace is going to go up to the bar and order a round of something local for everybody.
Okay.
So like White Lightning or something.
Sambuca.
Yeah, probably.
Oh god, no, not Sambuca.
You can't make me. I've had that on my shoes. I don't want it.
A local ale is poured for you all in 4 large cups.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to find a table?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Roll a perception check, whoever's looking for one.
18.
21.
Okay.
Alright.
Oriana, you see as the minstrels and bards are quite bad, quite loud, and all they can do is play sea shanties, none of which you recognise. The tables near them seem to be less populated. like people are staying as far out of earshot as they possibly can. Dice.
Yeah.
You see a table in the back corner. It is in a shadowed corner. There seems to be a curtain hanging over it. From what you can see, no one is sitting at it, even though all the tables near it are bursting to capacity.
With that perception roll, can I see any reason they wouldn't be using it? Like, you know, a reserved sign or something?
Not with your lack of dark vision.
Point it out to me.
Promptly. Okay, what about that one?
Ooh. I look over.
Okay. Now you're looking at the table. It is still dark.
Oh.
All you can see out of the edge of the kind of cubby hole is the edge of the table. You can tell that there are benches in there because you can see the ends of them. But just past the edge, past the curtain, nothing. It is darkness.
What is Sepsis' name now?
I haven't actually given one.
What's the one on your license?
Well, it's Hugin, but he's a Durgar.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, then I go, Little Rock.
Hello.
Your dark vision's better than mine. Can you see over there?
Can I?
You can. You can see the dark alcove that she is referring to, and you can see nothing past the edge of the table and the edge of the benches.
Do I recognise this as being magical darkness, Bray?
Roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay, I didn't get a high number. I got 13, but I will remind you I can make magical darkness.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, so can I.
It's why the DC is very low.
Yeah.
So yes, you would recognise this as there seems to be a magical darkness spell active inside that alcove.
That's magic.
I knew. I wasn't sure if you could see through it or not.
Only if I make it myself.
I'm guessing not that
I need to
table.
learn that. I can make darkness. I can't see in it.
Perhaps not
Ace
that.
is just standing there with the drinks.
Oh, drinks.
Are there any other tables free? Near that
Near-
one.
Near
There
that
are
one,
near the band.
no, but there are tables near the band.
Ah. All right,
Also
let's
near the
get that.
bards.
Why do I feel like this is going to end up with me on stage?
You like a good dance, but I don't know how you dance well as a half arc.
Hawk.
Hawk!
Yeah, you know the whore
I
arc.
mean, it's half. It's only half orc, and they can move.
They
Right.
got hips.
It's still my body, just illusioned.
Shake it like you know, this could go well for you.
I just need music, and they're shit.
Yeah, it's not good music, but I'm not. As we're saying this, we're walking over to the table. Please
Yeah.
no,
Mm-hmm.
finding somewhere to sit and sitting down with what I can only assume is piss water ale.
Mm-hmm.
Is it awful?
It's actually quite nice.
Okay.
I take a sip and I'm pleasantly surprised. Then
It looks like it might not taste great.
But you're now sitting down near the bards, yeah?
yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something stupid.
Okay.
I'm
There
going
is a
to
look of
use.
mischief in your eyes.
I'm going to use a sorcery point to do a subtle spell and cast silence on the parts.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So, no somatic or verbal components.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's basically no sign that I cast a spell. It's just it just happens.
Okay. For a moment, all you can hear is the talking around you. The din of the instruments are gone. The din of the conversation around you gets quieter. everyone starts looking towards the stage. On the stage, you can see all of the bards, like opening and closing their mouths as if they're trying to speak, strumming at their instruments as if they're trying to make some kind of noise. One of them looks entirely pissed off, throws his instrument across the room to shatter against the wall, gestures obscenities at the entire bar, and storms off stage. The rest of them quietly, or silently almost, follow him.
Oh.
Not knowing
the
exactly...
atmosphere in here has improved considerably, hasn't it?
Not knowing exactly where the applause is to go to, there's a slow clap starts behind you, and then the entire bar starts gesturing and cheering and clapping as well.
90s feel-good movie.
Yeah, and then everything...
just loud enough for the people in my immediate vicinity to hear. I say, they like me. They really like me.
That was you. I see. But that actually makes a lot of sense.
But now there's no one playing music for me to dance to.
Play your own.
Honestly, Ori, I don't think we can call that music. What?
Can't play an instrument and dance.
Ori, genuinely, that wasn't music.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Can't play an instrument and dance, as Taylor Swift proves.
Are we just insulting everyone today, just across the world?
Yeah, I'm
Shit
sorry.
about Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Tay-Tay is an avid watcher of the stream.
No,
First
but Greg
off,
is an
one of
avid
their fans
watcher
could
of
be, and they could
Potato.
be vicious.
Yeah, to be fair.
First off, welcome to the stream, Taylor, and we appreciate having you here. Second off, don't you talk shit about Taylor Swift? How dare you?
Okay, so...
I have no here, I'm
Up
just gonna
with this, I will not put
Ace
Richard.
sort of sidles up to Oriana and is to say, well, your voice is an instrument.
Oh, sweetheart, no. They are pretty to look at, not to listen to.
Yeah, you can't actually sing and dance effectively either, as proven by Cheryl
No.
Cole.
Yeah, go after it, who cares?
Welcome to the stream, Cheryl. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be sticking up for you. You're a load of shite.
Oh my god, we're just out for everyone. Fine.
I mean,
Tune.
I can play the flute, but I can't dance and play the flute, so I could just play the flute.
You're not
I can have
Lizzo,
a bash at it.
apparently.
I'm happy to go up and sing, but I don't want to be remembered for that because I can't see it going well.
You don't.
I'm happy to try.
You don't necessarily sound like a half orc.
No, and also I tend to come out quite, the Shalem accent really comes through when I sing. I could try to hum. I can hum in tune.
I just pull out my flute and get on stage, and I'll just play the flute.
But what you need to do is get someone else to play instruments, and then you just dance along to it, because then you're just dancing to someone else's stuff, like every thought on TikTok.
Jesus Christ, Bri! I mean,
It's
like,
in
really
your water
concerned.
today.
I'm really concerned about you. Like,
It's because he's an aging hipster. Leave him alone.
Bri's just upset
On my
because
keyboard.
Bri's just upset because those people are popular, and he wishes he could get popular by shaking his little tuchus on some sort of mobile
Who
advert.
hurt you?
Okay.
Yeah. Half made is right. Who hurt you, Bri? Who's upset you this week?
Okay.
Is it because I have more likes than you?
On TikTok, yeah, you do.
Right. So, you said
Are you
at the
calling
table-
my wife a thought?
No. Does Charlie dance on TikTok? So you sit at the table, and you are.
I'm gonna go play the flute.
You're gonna go play the flute.
I'm gonna go play the flute.
Okay. Sepsis.
What?
Do you drop silence?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
Go on,
So
Charlie.
Do you want me to roll a performance check?
I would like you to, please.
Famously, Charlie cannot roll above like a 5 on a performance check.
Wait, Charlie got performance check.
Unicorn
Oh,
play.
And it's a total of 24.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's plus 10 to performance now.
Okay.
I'm not so nervous about it anymore.
So, as your flute begins to play,
As the rumba rhythm starts to play.
That's what I'm playing.
well, I was going to say, knowing your audience, as you have frequented the establishments visited by sailors before, you know
Yeah, or
a
he spends a
quite,
lot of time with sailors.
you know a quite bawdy sea shanty that sounds quite good on a flute, and you start to play, and you start to sway, and
Oh, did you have to?
a lot of the eyes in the room find themselves focused on you.
Some half-orc tits.
Like you said, it's an illusion. You look like a half-orc. You're still shaped
Yeah.
like Oriana.
Yeah.
And you find yourself after a while with almost every eye in the room on you. Copper pieces start to get tossed towards the stage. There's some silver in there as well, at least one gold. And they start to clap along with the rhythm. You move on to a second song, and again, a quite bawdy sea shanty, but they know the words to this one. So you quicken your pace, and they join in. And eventually, almost the entire bar is singing along with you. What are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
Watching.
Not watching.
I'm keeping an eye on the dark, shadowy. Oh, I can't. No dark vision. Never mind, carry on.
Ace is trying very hard to keep character and like support their friend, but at the same time is just like, because they're like, oh no, they're being seductive on stage.
You're muted, Charlie.
Yeah.
Every now and again, I am going to glance over to that shady table.
Okay.
I am actually keeping an eye on the shady table.
Okay.
In fact, I might send Worm in invisible, just to like as an invisible spider to just like go in on the ceiling and check it out from the inside.
Okay. So, are you looking through the eyes of Whip?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Let me see.
That's concerning. Whoa.
Well, hopefully no one will see, bro, because Worm is invisible.
Yeah.
Despite.
Worm has devil's sight.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so through the eyes of Worm, as he crawls closer and closer on the ceiling towards the alcove, you can see straight into the alcove. It is lit quite brightly by a few torches and sconces through now Worm's eyes that sit on the wall behind. On the table below the sconces sit a mildly horned gentleman.
Mildly horned.
A mildly horned gentleman.
One of the pink tieflings.
That's how I describe myself on Tinder.
One of the pink tieflings that you've seen recently.
Your wife just like.
It's one of the pink tieflings with the small little skin horns that you've seen about. Next
Small
to
little skin
him,
horn is also a phrase I use on Tinder a lot.
next to him is a large gentleman, human.
Kill.
You think, as far as you can tell.
Right.
He is, even sitting, he towers over the table. He's maybe 6'5". His shoulders are almost 4 feet wide. He's covered in black armour, studded leather, very, very finely made. 2 swords on his back. And he sits there and he is also staring with completely white eyes. Completely white. No pupils,
Staring at
no
what, sorry?
iris, and he's staring at Oriana.
Okay. They're not talking?
Not for now. Not at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm going to get Worm to skitter closer to them. I'm probably just going to keep watching them through his eyes and listening through his. Do spiders have ears? Whatever. Listening.
Okay.
Spiders don't. I'm sad that my
You
son
moved
can't
the
hear
chart.
me admire him and tell him how good he is.
I think they listen through vibrations.
Yeah, he doesn't hear me like tell him he's great all the time.
It's a magical shape changed imp. Yes, he's got ears.
Okay. Whatever he
Um,
can hear.
Yes, he can hear.
I'm not concerned about the biology.
Okay. Okay. Roll a perception check, please.
For Worm.
For Worm, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am getting as close as possible, yeah,
Yeah.
reasonably close. Okay, cool.
So roll with advantage for him.
Okay, well, yeah, first one was better. 15.
Okay. It is a whispered conversation. He can barely see the lips move on the larger gentleman. But he is speaking in Elvish. Can you speak Elvish?
No, but I can do the Nidum thing.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check for me.
Yes, sir. Intelligence check. Oh, that's a 6.
Okay. You can't really understand many words.
No.
What you do understand
With
is...
a 6, I don't imagine I can understand many words in common.
you understand some familiar definitive words that you've heard quite often in your journey recently. You understand tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand, well, actually with the 6, that's it. You understand tiefling.
Okay, I'm going to just mutter to my friends here. I believe they see through Oriana's disguise.
Just Oriana's?
I didn't hear them say anything else.
As
But
I'm down off the stage now.
you can come down off the stage if you wish.
Yeah.
There is massive
I
amounts
collect all
of
the
applause.
I collect all the money.
Okay.
Get all that dollar.
In lots of different denominations, you've got about 20 gold.
Cool. I'll just put it as gold.
Okay.
That's a lot.
It's pay to be a hoe.
Well, that's what they think in Newport too.
Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come down off the
Well,
table.
Having said that, Bri, I'm going back to watching and listening through Worm.
Okay.
I thought you were saying you're going back to watch TikTok then.
I never stopped.
Why do you think they can see through my disguise?
I can't hear you.
Sepsis can't hear you.
God damn it! I poke you.
You can feel that.
Yeah. Okay. I instruct Worm to listen and
Okay.
report anything he hears,
Okay.
and I come back to what?
Why do you think they can see through my disguise?
I heard them say the word tiefling in Elvish, but I don't speak Elvish, so I didn't hear much else.
Wait,
Is there a way Worm can feed what he's hearing to me?
No, not as far as I'm aware.
Because I do speak Elvish.
Well, Worm doesn't, so it's probably going to sound like a lot of gobbledygook.
what if you repeat exactly what you hear Worm say, and Ori just translates? I know you won't be able to hear Ori, but we can.
Yeah,
I
can't
will.
Worm speak to me?
No.
I will do my very, very best. So I'll go back to listening through Worm's ears, and I'll try and reproduce the sounds I'm hearing. I guess if they talk.
Okay. As you go back to look at Womb, you notice that the space seems a lot brighter. As the rest of you kind of now glance over to the alcove, you can see straight into the alcove and see the lit sconce and torches as well. Through your eyes, you see the men both stand. One carrying a lute, or the smaller tiefling one carrying a lute, and they both stand up, place money on the table, and proceed to leave.
Do we want to follow them?
Worm is certainly following them.
Okay. As a Worm is following them as a spider.
Yes, invisible spider.
All right, he's not going to be very quick.
No.
They're moving a lot quicker than he is.
Okay, well he can go imp if he starts to fall behind. In fact, he'll go raven.
Invisible raven.
Yes, he can fly. He can fly behind them. He's got a 60-foot flying speed.
Okay. They very quickly then outpace him towards the doors of the tavern.
Mhm.
So, at your instruction, he turns into a raven. At this, the man immediately turns, spins, looks straight at the raven, pulls a crossbow and fires.
Ooh.
Is it an invisible raven?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
That is going to be a 21.
Yeah, that will just about hit my my raven.
Okay. Cool.
Does it get the like score of a raven, or does it?
No, it still has imp AC, but it's only 13.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Rich,
Yeah.
sorry, now that I've seen this guy,
Mm-hmm.
these guys, are they elves?
No. The
Tieflings.
large one. No, the tiefling is the smaller, more slight man who picked up the loot. The one who's just pulled the crossbow in the black studded leather armor with the long white hair is human.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you see the bolt. The rest of you see the bolt pierce thin air, and it stops dead in the air, and it does 15 points of damage.
You sunk my battleship.
Well,
There
we
is
don't
a small flash of flame in the air where the crossbow bolt was there, where the crossbow bolt was hanging mid-air, and the crossbow bolt falls and clatters to the floor.
You know, I think our best bet might be to talk to these people directly. If they know what we are, we need to make sure they're not going to report that.
The entire tavern goes silent. The man still holding the heavy crossbow looks around the room and then walks out, his friend following him.
I get up and walk out.
I follow Ori.
I follow them.
Ace stays on the table.
Yeah, Ace is going to follow as well. Sorry, I was having a bit of a funny head then.
Okay.
Well, you shouldn't be getting head while you're on the stream. That's,
Very rude of me, isn't it?
yeah, I think that's completely inappropriate, mate.
Okay. So, you make your way out into the street. Walking down towards the dockside is the man and his friend. They're about
Follow them.
50 feet in front of you.
I follow them, but I'm not being stealthy about it. I'm making it very obvious that I'm following them.
Okay.
So,
Ducklings at this point. We are not stealthy nor unsuspicious.
In the middle of the street, then, the man stops, turns, and holds his hands at his side, legs spread wide, giving himself good, strong stance. His friend backs behind him, both of them looking at you. Pulls his lute from around his shoulder and gets ready to play something, but pauses there. Do you keep walking towards them?
Well, yeah, I carry on walking towards him, but if he tries to start playing something, I'm a bard. I know what that bitch might be trying to pull.
I'm just gonna say, hey, why'd you kill my bird?
The man scans across you, all of you, and you hear human, tiefling, whatever you are.
I thought as much. You see more than most people do.
I have seen your faces on a poster recently.
Yes,
I bet you have.
kind of a big deal.
That would be why we've come to speak with you, actually.
Not often my bounties come to me, but everyone gets lucky sometimes.
You're bounty hunter, huh?
I think your luck just ran out.
Right.
Yeah?
While we're chatting, I'm gonna hit myself with an Armor of Agathis. I'll use a sorcery point to make it a subtle spell.
Okay. Hang on. Let me read Armor of Agathis. Only because I don't know how subtle that spell can be.
Well, I mean, there's no somatic components. You just develop an armor of ice. But would you see it? Is it over the cloak or under? Only because I cast this.
It actually does say it manifests as a spectral frost that covers you and your gear.
Okay. I was going to say, I mean, if it was under, would the cloak get wet?
Okay. You see very little, as the spectral frost then begins to cover you, you see very little change in his demeanour. It's very robotic. And he just looks at Sepsis and goes, "You first then."
Actually,
Everyone roll initiative.
Fine. Are we in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
All right. Bless me. Sorry.
One foot went dead, then
Bless
it's just
you.
like dropped from under the table.
Should have
I
done
tried to
false
use
life.
it,
I'm a
failed.
doofus.
Stupid hay fever, stupid pollen, stupid spring, stupidly hot days. Stupid.
You're having a bad one, Mill.
I'm hot and sweaty and my nose itches and everything itches and it's just irritating. And people keep trying to touch me, by which I mean the dog.
Can we have some fever cam before we
dog is
get
people
into
too.
battle?
I actually have no idea where he is, but he's not here.
Ah.
I think he's wandered off with the kids here, so he'll be
He
sleeping.
was in your armpit for a while, so.
Well, he keeps like nudging, and he's like, "Pay attention to me, pay attention to me," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm busy. Come on."
I've been here all day.
I just want to run in like 20-degree heat. Give me a break, dog. I've sneezed and been blessed. Do I now have advantage on attack rolls? Do you know what? That'd be wicked, mind.
Yes. Would
Every
be
time I
very
sneeze, I get blessed, and then I don't know. I was going to say blessed. I was about to say it feels like that would be a D4, but you got there first. Same stupid itching. Yeah, my face itches. Charlie's face itches. M's
My
face itches.
face itches.
Oh, my
I've had-
antihistamin's working now.
No, I've had more than the recommended amount of antihistamine today, and I'm still itchy.
Had any. So while Rich is setting this up, I'll be right back. Look at my dragon. Isn't it pretty?
Very pretty.
My dragon.
If you see me looking over, it's because Snorm is like unburrowing himself, but also like tapping on his bowl. Like just here, like tap tap tap. Like he's not quite ready for peopling right now, but he's sort of half unburied himself.
Oh.
Just in the
He's there like parent. Parent, I awake. Parent, I have awoken.
parent missed me. I might do that very quickly now just to make sure he's got some moisture. If I can open it with my good hand and not my gammy hand. There we go.
Hang on. Let's shut it all.
Some moisture. He's probably going to be really grumpy for a few minutes while he realises he's been missed, and he's like, he both loves and hates being misted.
Oh.
So
He hates the physical, like, misting, but he loves the moisture.
yes, I do that too. The throat thing, the back of the throat. I do that all the time, and then it makes your throat hurt. You do it too often. Yes.
Okay,
Sing.
everybody. Give me a moment. I need to see. There we go. This society wants to work. Okay.
Ooh.
Get ready. Can you see the button map?
Ooh, mine's frozen.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, I would like everyone's initiatives, please.
I forgot. It's been so long.
25 to 20.
Same, actually.
20.
Okay. 20 to 15. Oh, okay.
Oh, guys.
It's not that bad.
Only initiative.
It's not that bad.
15 to 10.
12.
Oh, okay.
So Ace and then Oriana.
I also got 13.
Oh, who's got the higher dex score to you two?
Probably Ace. I got a +1.
I've got +3.
There you go.
Cool. Okay.
Ah!
I had to double check because I wasn't sure if it was a +2.
Okay. So Ace, Sepsis.
The battle map just disappeared briefly and got replaced with your.
With the background, it's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a previous us.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oriana, Sepsis, Oriana, and there we go. Okay. Cool. Right. Okay. So, Dice, you go first.
I don't really want to.
Weird.
Fine. How far away am I? Oh, close enough.
Mhm.
Can I have, please, a deck save from the human with the white eyes?
Why?
Because I'm going to try and cast Fairy Fire.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me what you're casting first.
Why?
I don't have to tell you
That's
anything.
not how that works at all.
So I know.
You don't get to know.
No.
Yes, I do. Deck save.
Yeah.
It's a 19.
Damn. Fine. Okay. So nothing happens with that. Really wish I'd had a chance to fix. Oh, never mind. Fine. Okay then, I am going to send Cedric in to attack.
Okay, so Cedric rushes into attack.
Yeah.
Cool. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good. Exactly.
Cool. Oh, hang on. Right, okay. So, I know you've got magical, you've got Arm of Agathis on you. Okay, cool.
So, Force Empowered Rend
Awesome.
is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 does not hit,
Yeah,
just...
Oh, this is shit in general. Moving on.
do you want to move?
No?
Okay, cool. It is... his go.
Ace is going. Ooh.
No, sorry, it's his go.
Oh,
I
it's his
apologise.
go.
Yes, I
Okay.
apologise.
I misheard.
Give me a moment.
Oh, this is all going to go terribly badly.
What on earth
Especially
makes you
since he
think
gets
that?
to go first.
I don't know. I just feel bad about this.
Got a bad
It'll
feeling
be
about
fine.
this.
No, it'll be perfectly fine. You've got.
I don't like the tone of that voice, Brian.
It'll be
To be honest.
absolutely fine. Da, 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 da. Oh, where's it gone? Sorry, I'm trying to get the page with the stat block that I designed up. I do apologise. Bear with me. This will work in a moment. There we go.
You're not expecting us to go after him.
Not straight away, maybe?
It's not to roll initiative. He started it.
Oh, we should definitely have waited until they had time to lay an ambush. That would have been a much better idea.
Yeah, right? I don't want to.
Okay. There we go. Where's he gone? Sorry, my internet's gone weird. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't drop the stream, but so far so good. Okay, cool. Right. So he is going to take one swipe.
I've just fucking realised who you've based these two off.
He's going to take one swipe with the large sword that comes off his back. He's going to take one swipe, two-handed, at Cedric. Okay.
Who?
That's going to be a...
Toss a coin.
What a prick.
That's going to be a 17 to hit Cedric.
Yeah, unfortunately it hits.
Cool. Okay.
Hey, does Charlie get inspiration for spotting your dorky reference?
Charlie's already got inspiration.
Does she get super inspiration?
Nope. Okay.
We'd really like that right now, though.
Okay. Right. Cedric takes 12, 14, 15, 20 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's still up.
Okay. He's then going to use his mobility feat to move around Cedric.
It's fine. Cedric has no opportunity attack anyway.
And this is where I'd use my opportunity
He's
attack.
going
If I
to
had what?
just fall short of sepsis.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, are you using Cake as a bad guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so it is now. Let that go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Aces go.
Okay. Ace is going to cast Searing Smite
Yeah.
and attack the boy.
Searing Smite and attack. Okay, so you're going to rush forward in front of sepsis or just to the side?
To the side, so that we are flanking.
Okay. So Ace runs forward.
In what way is that flanking?
Hmm?
I assume that it meant around the other side, so flanking.
Yeah,
Okay.
so doing a real good flank is what I want.
You're not currently flanking,
I'm not in base contact with him.
but
Okay.
you might be on the next go. You're not currently.
I might be
flanking.
in the next turn, yeah. So I'm going to use sorry, just having a double check or something. Yeah, so I'm using my long sword of warning. So that is 20 to hit.
Yeah. 20 definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Cool. I'm going to roll some dice now to see
like a
how
good
much
idea.
damage.
That seems like a really big part of playing this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Just double checking what I'm adding on for Searing Smite. So it's 1d6. Yep. Sorry, just having a double check of things. D8 and a D6 is what I want. And that is... Oh, that was a big roll. Right. So, we have 5 damage total. One of that being flame damage.
So 5 damage total.
Yeah, one of that being flame damage.
Is that including
wrong.
your strength mod?
Incorrect. No. I don't think that is.
You should probably add that.
Yeah, but
Because that's what your weapon does without the smite.
Oh no, you mean +3?
You don't do less damage when you use smite. Like your weapon damage should be.
Yeah, but I rolled 2 1s, Greg.
Oh right, okay. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, but I realised I had to roll a second d6 as well. So add a 4 to that.
Okay. So how much damage in total?
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
So 9 points of damage. Okay, and...
Yeah, 5 of that was fire damage, if it makes any difference at all.
Okay, that was on your first attack?
Yep, and my second attack, can I... the Searing Smite goes after the first go, doesn't it? So I'm just going to use Longsword of Warning.
Mm-hmm.
Make another attack on him. Sorry, I might be going off camera. That is a nat 1.
Nat 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a nat 1.
Do you have inspiration?
I do have inspiration, I think. No, I don't. I use it.
I'm just going to check something. Oh no, it wouldn't make any difference. Don't worry, carry on.
No, it's fine. Cool. Yeah. That was a nat 1. What happens? Oh, gracious DM.
Your sword on the backswing unfortunately completely misses him as he anticipates where you are from the first attack and moves aside.
Okay. Not as bad as it could have been.
So, it is now Sepsis's go.
I would like to move.
Where would you like to go?
I would like to
from
go
you.
round behind Dice there, like just between Dice and the tavern.
Okay. So, round behind Dice. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
And what would you like to do?
Spells.
Yeah.
Yes. First, I would like to drop a silence spell along that, just on top of that loot wielding motherfucker over there. And at a silence 20-foot radius sphere around him, just so you're aware. Actually, is that actually water behind him?
Yes.
I'll pop the silent spell like just in front of and just to the side of him then, because I figure he's not going to retreat into the water.
Like there.
Yeah, so he'd have to, like, if he was going forward, he'd have to go about 30 feet to get out of him.
Alright, cool.
You know?
Yeah.
Or if he was going left. So
Okay.
he's closer to the right edge of it, but he wouldn't see that. Like, it's obviously not visible.
That's fine.
And then I will dump another couple of sorcery points to do a quicken spell, and I will hit our large black-clothed friend here with a...
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
That completely unused spell.
I can't believe that
Eldritch
you.
Blaze.
I can't believe you took away my turn to say Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blaze.
I'm going to use inspiration for the first roll.
Okay.
So that is a 19 to hit with the first one.
So the first bolt flies out from your hand and it does just hit.
Just
I
hit.
can have that to just hit a 19. Okay, cool.
Okay,
Right.
so that's a D10. That is 7 damage.
Mhm.
And the second bolt. Oh yeah, that's loads. That's 26. So we'll do
How much damage from the first one? Sorry, it broke up.
7 damage from the
Okay,
first
7.
one,
Yeah.
and then 3 damage from the second one, please.
3 from the second one. Okay.
3.
As you see your bolts explode against him, there is a cut on his cheek. Does not seem to notice.
All right. What do you mean he doesn't seem to notice?
Does not seem to notice the impact. Does not grunt. There is no expression of pain.
Did it do damage?
Yeah, it did damage. There's a cut on it.
Oh, you're just saying he's
Did
solid.
off.
Right. Oh yeah, he's so
I'm not-
manly,
I'm
right?
not-
I'm swooning.
No, I'm not necessarily. See, I'm not necessarily saying he's being hard.
No, it's too late.
Roll
right,
roll an insight.
I'm all aflutter.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. It's a big 6.
6. Yeah, he's being hard.
I'm all aflutter.
Cool.
My ovaries.
Oriana.
Right. I've gone through so many ideas, it's insane. Oh fuck it, I'm gonna chromatic orb him with fire.
Chromatic orb with fire.
Fire!
Okay.
Da-da-da.
Okay. Roll to attack.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
She is the god of hellfire.
18 is his armor class.
Hey! I need another d8. There it is. Ooh. That is 17.
Cool. 17 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I am now wreathed in fire.
Yes, you are.
So I'm going to take a step closer to him, so I'm in with 5 foot of him.
Okay. Cool.
And then I am also going to use. Do I do it? No, I'll see if I need to use that. I'll keep that for next time just in case.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to stand next to him, so he will. I think it's when he starts his turn.
Let me read.
Or is it just when he attacks me?
Let me read. Racial trait. It's when he attacks you.
Cool.
So 30.
Yeah, it's whenever he attacks me, he takes 1d4 fire damage.
Cool. He is looking. As you stare at him now, he looks hurt.
Okay.
However, no reaction whatsoever.
The just a quicken spell. Can that be used on a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yep. 2 sorcery points.
Okay, I'm gonna do that and use vicious mockery on the other guy.
Okay.
Vicious
He
mockery on the
won't
heart.
be able to hear you.
Why? Oh, is he in darkness?
Sepsis casts a
He's
silence.
in
spell.
silence.
Fuck's sake! I'll cast it on the big dude then.
Okay. Cool.
I need wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. With advantage, that is a 16.
Ooh, we just made it.
And anything else? Do you wanna? Oh, you've moved already. Do you wanna?
I moved. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. It is the other bard's go. So let me just.
Look through his spell slots, desperately trying to find one that doesn't have a verbal component.
Yeah, actually thinking about it. Well done on the silence.
Yeah, but here's a question: How does he know he's under a silence spell? How would he know to go through his spells to find one without a verbal
Yeah,
component?
he
Well, he
hasn't
can't
tried to
hear
speak,
anything.
presumably, yet.
It's all happening pretty fast, though.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. If it were me, I'd
6
say like
seconds.
Yeah.
you need to do like
and-
some sort of perception check. Or
And
something.
dispel magic is entirely verbal and somatic as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bards don't come with a lot of non-verbal spells. I've learned.
Yeah.
That's why you mix them with sorcerer.
Okay.
They still don't come with a lot of non-verbal spells. Almost all spells have verbal components. That's why silence is so good.
He is now out of the silence spell.
No, because Greg specifically said if he had to move 30 feet, he wanted him to stay within the spell.
No, he's apparently this guy can magically sense exactly where I've placed the radius of my spell without having to do any kind of check or anything.
Well, no, he's run toward. He's basically
it's fine, bro. He's
run towards you.
It's fine. He's obviously very, very intuitive.
Why did that other guy get advantage on a wisdom saving throw?
Don't know. Why did he? However, the bard, not knowing whether he's out of the silence spell, if people would wait, throws a dagger at Sepsis.
All right.
That's gonna
you
be
don't need to roll. He's going to hit me.
It's going to be a 60.
Yeah. Here's a shock. It hits me.
Okay. So, Sepsis, you take 6 points of piercing damage as the dagger slices you.
Okay. Allow me to roll a concentration save.
Yes, please.
That's I haven't rolled a concentration save in a long time because I never take any damage. It's a con save, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the DC?
Half the damage you took is 13.
Is it 10 plus half the damage I took? Okay, in that case I pass because I got 14.
Cool.
I'm sort of annoyed by that because now, it doesn't matter. As soon as he leaves the silence spell, I just drop concentration on it. There's no need for me to be concentrating on that.
Okay. It is
you were apparently it's half the damage or 10, whichever's greater. So
10.
I still pass.
So you still
doesn't matter, but I've dropped it.
Yeah.
So you passed the check, but didn't want to.
Thanks, AD.
Yeah, well, the silence spell is no good to me because the bard has metagamed his way out of it.
And it can't be moved anyway.
No.
So, it is Dice's go.
So what's this dude's armour made of, Rich?
Leather, studded leather.
It's studded leather, yeah?
From what you can see.
Okay. Alright. Now, I'm going to need a judgment call here.
Okay.
Heat metal.
Yeah.
So if I was going to choose a manufactured metal object, if it was full metal armour, I could choose the whole thing. Can I just focus it on the studs? Because it says if it's a suit of armour, you can target the suit of armour, but it's not a suit of metal armour, it's a suit of leather armour. So can I target the studs? Your judgment call, you're the boss.
Thing is, you are choosing a manufactured metal object, so you can choose a stud.
Honestly, as long as it gets hot enough and he can't take it off, that'll work for me.
Okay. Because of the size of the studs, though?
I was going to say, hang on, let me think about this a bit more then.
I'd say it would be half the damage the spell would normally do. Or the sword he's holding.
I was going to say, is he holding a sword or is he holding an axe?
He is holding a sword. I didn't have the miniature prepared.
Fine, in which case I'll heat the sword. I'm going to use heat metal to heat the sword. There's no save and there's no attack.
Cool.
Okay. So, that is a nasty, nasty thing that's going to happen now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's holding it.
Yep.
And he's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw.
He absolutely is.
He'll still take the damage, but it just depends whether he drops the thing or not. But it doesn't tell me what the con save would be.
It's your spell save DC.
It's your spell save.
My spell save isn't on anywhere because none of my spells work that way.
At the top of your spells
It's at the top of your spell list, sorry.
Yeah, okay. He'd need to make a con save against the damage then.
Okay, so how much damage was it?
It's 2d8.
Oh, you haven't rolled it?
I'm rolling it now, yeah. Oh, very nice. That's 15 damage.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a
Pretty
7
good
and an
roll.
8. It's a really good roll.
Okay. And that's a con save. His con save is 16.
So he does save, so he doesn't drop the object, but he now has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn,
Cool.
when I can use a bonus action to inflict the damage again, and we repeat the whole process.
Cool. He now looks fucked up.
Can I say, just before I get Cedric to attack, are you sure you don't want to back down? And then I'm going to bring Cedric in to do a force empowered rend.
Okay. He does not look as if he has heard you. He makes no movement with the damage. His hand does not even flex around the sword.
Okay, this guy's weird. I'm going to bring Cedric in to bite him from behind.
Okay.
Or I'm going to attempt to bite with Cedric, because let's be honest, that hasn't gone exactly spiffingly today, has it?
Nope.
Also, I've lost my
Can
dice.
try.
I've lost my dice. I'm very confused.
So you're going to bring
Okay.
Cedric
His
in.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cedric gets to roll with advantage.
Okay, good. It's fine, I rolled with advantage anyway on that basis. And Cedric is going to attempt to hit. Oh, it's gone back to me. I don't like it. I don't want to see my face. Yeah, he's going to hit for 20 to hit.
20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like your face, Millie.
20
Yeah,
definitely
that's-
hits. Roll for damage.
Oh my god. Another 8.
Okay.
That's 10 damage. 10
Okay.
force damage.
So, there we go.
So my first go was rubbish, but my second go went quite well.
So, as you see Cedric launch forward, he takes one of his legs and from your viewpoint almost tears it off the man's body. The man goes down. He is unmoving. His eyes, however, still open, still staring blindly, still completely white, almost glowing. No pupils, no iris.
Guys?
Is that the end of your go?
Yeah, that's the end of my go. I finish it with, guys?
Okay. You see his eyes flash,
Okay.
and he stands,
Yeah, okay.
using half of his movement.
Is it his turn?
He is going to make a swing
It
against.
is me, yes.
As he attempts or starts his swing against Oriana, he draws his sword back across a bare part of his forearm, causing himself injury. And then as he brings his blade around, you see ice covering his sword. And he swings for Oriana. So that's going to be a
He has disadvantage.
okay, disadvantage. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
It hits.
Okay.
Alright.
So, Oriana takes... Sorry. As it comes around, smacks you on your ass. You take... Okay, so you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. Could be worse.
And you also then take...
I made it.
What?
Nothing, carry on.
You also then take 3 points of cold damage.
Cool. He takes 4 points of damage,
4 points of fire damage.
and I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, cool. So roll the damage. What's the... Hang on, Hellish Rebuke. It's a save.
It's a dex save, yeah.
Yeah, dex save from him. That's going to be a 9. Fails.
It was what? Sorry? Yeah, that's a big fail.
Yeah. So Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah. No, not you. Where's the other one? Oh, fuck it. Fine, I'll use you. Which is 3d10. That is 17 points of damage.
Okay. And he is once again back down.
He gets knocked down. When he gets up
He
again,
is.
we're
His
gonna
clothes.
keep you down.
His clothes are now on fire.
Right, have we
Um,
noticed him take a whiskey drink? Or a lager drink?
Takes a cider drink. He takes a vodka drink. No. You've not.
Is he singing a song that reminds him of the good times?
No, a song that reminds him of the better times. What you see is his eyes, instead of flashing white this time, the white drains from them and they go completely normal colour. He has golden irises,
Of course
black
he does.
pupils that now stare at you in horror. And his eyes close and he stops breathing.
Good.
Okay, it is now. There we go. Ace.
Okay.
Oh
Can
no,
we-
wait, sorry. No, I thought it was Oriana. It is actually Ace's go, yeah.
It's Ace, yeah. Ace sepsis, then me.
Yeah. Is Ace sure they're dead?
They look dead. Do you want to stop and check?
Ace is going to do a big old swing of that sword and see how
Dead they
good a
are.
chop they can do at
Okay.
that neck.
Okay.
Yeah. They're going to aim for the neck.
With advantage because they're prone and unconscious.
Yeah. I really wish I could show you, like, on here, what complete traitorous traitors my dice are.
Do you need your double seeing glasses?
What are they?
I rolled 2 dice.
Yep.
Both of them are 1s.
Yep. Okay. So you miss
In
completely.
trade.
Fortunately, your swing is just short of beheading Cedric.
I am going to get another d20
Okay. And
There we go.
roll your second
Cool.
attack.
with advantage because he's on the floor again.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, there we are. Nat 20. That's a lot better. Thank you, other dice.
Okay. So you hit him. Roll for damage.
Yeah.
Double what's on the dice.
Okay. Right. So, I'm going with... Ooh, that's a 6, so that would be 12.
Cool.
Double what's on the dice? Yeah.
Double what's on the dice plus your strength
Okay.
bonus.
Plus 3, yeah.
Plus 3, so
So
15
15.
points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
You swing heavy into his neck.
Mhm.
You cut through what looks like a major artery as blood starts pumping out. It is still pumping. His eyes are still closed. It is pumping very slowly.
Is he completely decapitated, or is it
No.
just like a heavy blow?
Is Leonardo decapitated?
Okay.
He is not decapitated. It was just a heavy blow. You've severed maybe a quarter of a way into his neck.
Cool.
Sepsis.
Hello. I don't like the bard.
Okay.
I don't like him. So I'm going to hit him with a second level Chaos Bolt.
Cool. Go for it.
First of all. So we roll dice. That's how this game works. Oh yeah, that's gonna do it. That's 26 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Nah, misses.
Yeah, I thought it might.
Rubbish roll.
Okay. Hang on, that's not correct. You've rolled incorrectly there. 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. We get there. those, one of those, one of those. Okay, that is 4, 9, and we will do we'll do poison damage.
Poison
so that's
damage.
9 poison damage.
What's you rolled a 6 on one of the d8s.
No.
Chaos
Oh,
Bolt.
sorry.
On a hit,
Sorry,
the
yeah,
target
no,
takes
I
2
lied.
d8. Choose
Yep.
one of the d8s. The
Yeah,
number rolled
I
is
know
the
how the
damage.
spell works. I haven't used it for a while. I just forgot. Let's do acid then.
Okay, so acid damage.
Yes.
The bolt then flies from your hand, striking the bard right in the face, and bursting into what is apparently a ball of acid that just starts scorching and bubbling his skin all over. How much damage you do?
9.
9 points of damage. The bard starts screaming. Natural 1 on a Constitution saving throw. For all intents and purposes, the bard is blind.
Nice. And then we'll drop another couple of sorcery points to quicken an Eldritch Blast.
Cool. Roll for attack.
If he's blind, does that mean I have advantage?
I just want to be absolutely certain before someone in chat has to correct me. Give me a moment. Yes, you have advantage.
Sweet. Oh, wow. That was not a good roll. 12?
12 hits.
Oh,
He's not wearing any armor.
He a bard. I remember that feeling.
A squishy boy.
That's 4 damage from the first
damage.
bolt.
Yeah.
And then bolt number 2. 14, so that's another hit. We'll use this d10. Oh, that's a 10.
10.
10 damage.
Excellent. Okay. The bard, wiping furiously the acid from his eyes, manages to unblind himself just in time to take 2 Eldritch Blasts in the face that almost take his head off. He is down.
Rich,
Yeah.
before we do anything else to move on, can I roll an Arcana check against whether I think that the guy with the white eyes was being controlled? Because I saw his eyes clear just before the end.
You absolutely can.
Thank you. Come on. For once, don't screw me over. Yeah, that's a solid 14, which is really infuriating.
Because of what you are checking for,
Yeah,
roll with advantage.
thank you.
Because of what you've specifically tried to roll for.
That and
Also,
magic quite a lot.
Also, because it's fun, Oriana.
Doesn't she have to roll it at the time, Rich? Also, Charlie, you're still muted, love.
It's wild magic. I can make it do whatever I want.
No, you've got to ask for it when she casts the
When
spell.
I cast the spell.
Roll a
That was,
d20.
that was on her turn, mate.
Rich,
Oh, no.
it's 20.
It was 20. Okay.
I warned you about this last week.
You did. Fine.
Do you want me to roll it? Do you want me to roll it?
It would
No,
be fun.
it's fine. It's completely fine.
But I love Ori's wild magic surges. They're the
It
most
was,
fun.
it was 13.
Yeah, you
Fine.
are. Okay, so dice.
Yeah.
Seeing the flash of light go out of their eyes, you know you will never amount to this spell. It is far above you.
Rude.
However, it did seem like he was being controlled, because as soon as that light went out of his eyes, there was feeling, reaction, emotion, shortly before death.
Yeah, I'm going to look like an absolute nutter. I'm going to run over and cast Cure Wounds without saying anything.
Okay.
Are we out of initiative?
At the moment, yes. Let's say you are.
I don't know. I don't like the way you said that.
No, let's not revive him.
Okay.
I'm
So,
not a fan of that.
Cast Cure Wounds
Nice.
for me.
If he's dead, is Cure Wounds going to do anything?
He's not dead. His heart's still pumping. Rich even said that.
Very slowly.
Barely.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Cast Cure Wounds.
God damn it, you're not keeping.
While she's doing that, Bray, I'm dragging the bard towards the water.
I'm helping Sep. That was my plan with the other body.
Turn around and go, wait.
No!
I'm not waiting.
He was being controlled. I think they were being controlled. Just wait.
Hi, my name's Sepsis, and I don't care.
You don't murder people for nothing.
What if you wake him up and so whoever's controlling him starts taking control again?
Then we'll kill him again. He's not going to have many hit points. 9. He's going to have 9 hit points, Rich.
I'm dragging the bard towards the water.
So you put your hand over his gaping neck wound, and you feel under your hand then the flesh start to knit back together. You can see some of the blood get reabsorbed into his body. And
Ace is standing arms nearby.
his chest rises and falls, and his eyes kind of flicker open, and he looks straight at you. And he has cat's eyes.
That's fine.
They're
Take care of
staring at you. And
I go, very quickly, I need to know, do you intend to try and kill us? I don't know why I didn't say that in Dice's accent, sorry. I need to know, do you intend to try and kill us?
I don't know who you are.
Splash.
Cool. Have you actually chucked the bard in the water?
I'm not leaving a body I just killed on the street.
Okay.
I mean, are you throwing it in or am I? Because I would love to see the strength check on Sepsis.
Yeah.
I
Same.
could, yeah, fine.
Because I was just going to hold it over the edge.
We already killed him.
Yeah, but can't get it back once it's in the water.
Don't want it back.
I go, Ace, guard the body, and I'm going to try and get the body of the bard back as well.
I'm holding it over the edge of the thing.
Stop.
I'll roll strength. I was trying to throw it in the water.
Okay. Roll a strength check for me.
Okay, I'm actively trying to stop you from throwing it.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ace is going to be definitely trying to stop on that as well.
Well, no, you're standing over the
Yeah,
body,
you're standing
right?
over the cat's eye lad with me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I rolled a 13.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, of course you beat me. I rolled a 1.
This guy,
Imagine it's just 0.
Ariana, I think he was being controlled. He didn't know that he was attacking us.
Okay.
Someone was controlling him.
What if this is the one that was controlling
Can
him?
we resurrect him as well? Very,
Nice.
very, very quickly.
That's really none of our concern.
Yes, it is. I'm not murdering people.
But they tried
They tried to murder
us.
us.
Possibly they didn't even know they were doing it. I'm not going to kill innocents for no reason.
It's really none of our concern.
I'm going to walk over to the bard and drop Cure Wounds into the bard as well.
Okay, but if he tries anything, I'm drowning him.
If he tries anything, drown him. I don't care. But
Ace just from the background. I care.
I'm not being responsible for innocent death. I'm not. That would be, a very exciting 6 on the hit points for the bard. I did not use high-level spells. I don't know if it's too late for the bard, though.
No. So how much did the bard get back?
6.
Okay. The bard's eyes flutter open, and he looks up into the voluminous folds of Sepsis' robe, and looks
And a
up,
pissed off Ariana.
and looks up at Oriana.
If he fucking twitches, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him right in the eyes.
And says, surely you were the one of the most beautiful sights to behold when one awakes from almost certain death, and
Shut up.
I can only imagine that through the eyes of my friend you look even lovelier in your true tiefling form.
I shove a bit of my sash in his mouth. If I ever become a bard like that, kill me.
Yeah, you're nothing like that. You're okay.
This guy can see who we actually are, and that shit is very dangerous. They should go in the water.
No, if they were innocent, I'm not going to kill them. More importantly, it means someone else was controlling them, and I want to know who, because it could mean somebody else knows who we are. And that's more important to me.
And it would be a good idea to remove the tools that person has at their disposal, would it not?
They're not tools, says they're people.
felt sort of like tools when they were trying to kill us.
Yeah, and now they're not.
But now,
I agree with you, but I'm still not going to be a party to killing innocent people without at least talking to them first.
The bard on the floor kind of goes.
Shut up.
You're not helping.
why don't you go talk to the one with the fancy eyes who can see through Ariana's disguise?
Everyone's disguise.
I look
Everyone's.
down. I look down at the bard on the floor and go, "Is there somewhere quiet we can go?" Point.
He points back at the tavern.
Yeah, we're not going back in there.
It's not exactly quiet, is it?
No, but that darkness trick would be handy.
Get a room.
The alcove they were in.
Do you have a room in the tavern? Look, it'll do for now. It gets us off the street where we've just caused a massive spectacle, and my spell for disguising myself is going to wear off real soon, and I can't replenish it.
Same, and that's why I want to be indoors.
Yeah.
Give me your loot, fancy man, or you're going in the goddamn dock.
Your loot fancy.
Can I roll intimidation?
No, he just hands his loot
You
to
don't. You don't need to. You just like Eldritch blast him in the skull.
There's a strange hissing voice coming from a sack of voluminous folds, and he's just going.
I throw
Yeah.
the loot in the water.
A sack that just like actually killed him.
He holds his hand.
Pretty
He
intimate.
starts crying as he watches his loot just kind of float away.
I pull the sash out of his mouth and go, "Lead the way."
Toss a loot in the river.
Oh, that's simple, Septis. Where did you come up with it?
Just something that came to me.
Yes.
It's a little song I've been working on.
That's a good tune.
You can't have it.
I help Ace pull up the taller, creepy-eyed one.
Ace is going to sort of hold him up in such a way that it doesn't look like he's needing assistance too much.
Okay.
All casual motherfuckers, we killed you once and we'll do it again.
Very, very, very well. And he starts. Is walked back to the tavern with you.
Okay. Take us to your room. I wanted to say take me to your leader so badly.
You walk back in the tavern. Recognisable as you now are, the tavern does not go silent. The bards have started up again. Different ones this time though, and the music is slightly more pleasant than last. You walk past the tavern, past the alcove that was shadowed, to some stairs behind the bar, and he proceeds up them in front of you, keeping his hands easily visible, and you are guided into not a large room, but a comfortable enough room for two people at the back of
Has
the
it got a
hallway.
bath in it?
It does not have a bath in it.
Shame. So, you two tried to kill us pretty promptly after meeting us and told us you were bounty hunters.
Sorry, just as Dice starts to ask questions, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to be casting this on. Well, I'll cast it on the bigger one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And-
check.
I need a Wisdom saving throw from him.
Wisdom saving throw.
I'm just gonna check the door is locked and then drop disguise self.
Mine's dropped anyway.
Well,
it would have
yeah.
been an hour at this point.
Wisdom saving throw. That's gonna be a 14.
That fails.
Okay.
So I immediately learn his surface thoughts.
Mhm. Okay. His surface thoughts are he is prepped to fight if needs be. He's sizing up everyone, seeing who he needs to try and take down first if the need arises to escape. He's considering going out the window instead of the door.
Ace, block the window.
Ace does as his commanded.
I'd love to hear
Uses
his
the
thoughts.
probably uses the wardrobe or bed frame, whatever's closer.
Just stand there.
Dice, ask questions quickly.
All right.
But
Why
this
were you
is-
trying to
this
kill us?
all the disguise selves drop.
Why were you trying to kill us?
Not quite sure.
All right.
Do I hear anything?
Um,
I continue to hear his thoughts for a minute.
you see a flash of confusion. You see a picture in your mind of him watching himself attack you.
All right. Can you understand why we've brought you here? My friends want you dead. Not all of them. I suspect Ace is on board with me at the moment. I don't really want to kill you because I don't believe that you were trying to harm us yourself. I think somebody was controlling you. But I need to know who was controlling you. Was it your bardic friend over there? Is that something they can do?
I can remember meeting him. I remember our travels together after my elven guard was slain. I survived. I cannot remember much before that.
You had an elven guard.
Yes, they were my... they used to say they were my keepers.
Do I get anything on the detect thoughts?
You see the faces of these elven guards. You see him sitting in a cage, waiting to be unleashed. You see him hunting people.
He's being used by the elves to hunt for bounties.
But the control
You
seems
can't-
to have
you can't
broken
see
when he
any
did
of this.
it.
No.
He's
No, but
seen
he said they were his keepers.
they were his keepers, and he's seen faces that match up with a bounty put by the elves. It could have triggered a control in him.
Have you always been held by the elves?
I can remember no more than the last 3 years.
Okay.
Which just so happens to be, by the way, just when we met. Just
Has
sort of...
I swing round to look at the bard, and I am full tiefling now, wings and all, and I stare at him and go, "Shut up!"
Actually, I wanted not to shut up just for one moment, Ori, sorry. Has he always had the white eyes? Not the gold ones he has now?
Yes. There have been moments where he wakes in the middle of the night, not really understanding where he is or what he's doing. But they are small moments, and he is, as you saw him previously, when he awakes in the morning, white eyes and all.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yeah.
And also, do I get anything on from the thoughts of the big
large
guy?
one. It's coming to the end of the minute now, and you get flashes of memory when he thought he was dreaming and he was having conversations around a campfire with the bard, but he remembers
insight
thinking
18?
he was dreaming.
Insight 18.
Insight 18, he's telling the truth.
I believe him. Look, I don't think this guy is still under the control of the elves. I don't think... Would I know if that kind of control could be reinstated remotely? If it was broken?
Not really.
No? Okay.
Right, just before the minute runs out, I can use detect thoughts to try and to attempt to probe deeper.
Mm-hmm.
I made a mistake. He didn't get a wisdom saving throw against what I've been doing so far, but he does get a wisdom saving throw against this. So I don't know if you want to use the previous one.
I'll use the previous one.
Yeah. So probing deeper, then I get insight into his reasoning, his emotional state, and something that looms large in his mind.
Okay.
If that would be okay.
As you probe then deeper into his thoughts, he is angry, frustrated, but desperately unhappy. He has seen atrocities committed by his own two hands, And you see them like flashes of images in his mind. He sees atrocities against other humans that he had absolutely no control over. He has cut down farmers, children. He has cut down soldiers, or at least people, humans, banded together as a militia. And he has not been able to stop himself. He is angry because he does not know why. And he wants to find out.
So, what do we do now? Because I don't want to kill them. I don't believe that they were deliberately seeking. The bard actually took almost no action against us except in defense of his friend. And to be fair, his friend didn't do that much damage either.
I pull the dagger out of my shoulder and drop it on the floor as Dice says that.
All right. Sorry, Sepsis. I didn't see that happen. I
turn to the bard. I say, do you make a habit of fulfilling bounties?
He's so very good at it.
And you're along for the ride?
And the gold, I suspect.
His adventures feed my songs. They get us bed and board and fed.
But you don't have an issue with him killing humans?
He's killed less humans since we met than I believe he may have done before.
Ah.
I am more surprised than anyone to hear myself say this. But this man potentially shares our enemies.
He's against the elves rather than us.
Yeah.
I look the I'm going to call him the Witcher. I look the Witcher in the face, and I say to him, "If you get out of here tonight, are you going to seek answers from your former keepers?"
All of my former keepers are dead. I remember them dying. However, the first thing I will do is heal and then take myself to the first place I can remember 3 years ago.
Where would that be?
Northern Albion.
Look, really, I just need to know if you intend to continue hunting us or tell anyone that you've seen us.
No, I will use my hunting skills, those I know I have and remember, to make my way or find my way back from that moment 3 years ago.
What are your names?
Well, his name I cannot remember, but mine is Herrick.
I look at the bard. You?
Name?
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Rosemary?
Yes.
We'll stop and look at the bard and go, Rosemary?
Yeah.
Like rosemary and thyme?
Yes.
Herb.
Did your parents want to go?
My mother was a herbalist.
Oh, it's a very nice name. Forgive me, Rosie.
Why not basil?
Thyme? Parsley?
Sage.
I was named for my uncle.
Your uncle?
Your Uncle Rosemary?
Yes.
You understand this is an unusual name, don't you? I know this isn't the point of the conversation, and I'm very sorry, Herrick, but...
Not among my family. I don't see the issue.
No issue?
No, it's no issue. It's just something we haven't heard before.
Have you never called anyone else by the names of flowers or herbs?
Flowers.
But
Not many herbs, and admittedly, I guess we're being very gender conformist.
We are. In an unfair way. It is just an unusual name, that is all. What will you do if you get
Bet
out?
you're lovely with a bit of lamb.
I kick Oriana in the shin. Very gently. Bard, where will you go?
I will follow my friend now that I get to know him all over again.
What was your friend like under control? still conversant and sociable?
At times.
Forgive me, I just find myself wondering why you would follow someone who was obviously a little, from what I saw, numb and less than engaging.
Because he saved my life. And I could see
You
there
owe
was
him a debt.
something... Not just that, I could see there was something dreadfully wrong with him, and I wanted to see if there was any way I could help him fix it.
I look between
Apparently killing him was the way to go.
That doesn't seem like it would have been an option for you.
I
Not
look
really,
back
no.
and forth between the two. I look back and forth between the two of them, and then look back at the bard. And no, I see why you were following. Yeah.
Simp.
I don't know what you mean. And he blushes, and it's even more obvious on his very pink skin as his cheeks go red.
Chamomile is good for healing the burns.
Quite.
Look, Herrick, normally when we kill someone, we leave them dead. You were very lucky that we were not inclined, or that we saw through it.
Also very lucky that Dice doesn't listen to me.
I agree. Thank you.
What do you want to do?
I want to sleep and rest.
Oh, I feel that.
I actually meant my friends and what they want to do with you.
Ah,
Well, as long as they don't come after us. But sleep and rest sounds good.
Except if they won't come after us.
I took quite the hit.
I'm extremely confident that they won't.
That's...
Unless whatever was controlling this doofus can reassert its influence, I don't think that they have any interest in us. And to be fair, the bard never did. He's just a simp.
Do we suggest that they move on tonight, or are you happy for them to remain in this room and we will find another?
I don't care where they go.
All right. Then maybe we take our leave after killing these people? I don't know. I've never been in this situation before.
We're not going to kill them, Dice. We're going to let them live.
No, I know that. I mean, we did kill them. We've done that. I said, and now we are going to leave?
Yes.
I don't think we should discuss our plans in front of them.
No, I agree. Let's go and find somewhere to sleep. Nice to meet you both.
Don't try to kill us again.
It won't. I won't.
Do you
we won't
by
bring
chance
back.
have another room, or just the one between yourselves?
Oh, they're sharing. They're definitely sharing.
we tend to, and if he's going to travel with me again, I guess I should get to know him
Yeah.
as me.
Tarab, goodbye then, Big Spoon and Little Spoon.
I
hold my hand out to high five Sepsis.
High five.
Do you have enough magic left to cast Disguise Self to get us a room from downstairs? And then we can sleep here without having to leave and put, I have no disguise to leave.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yes. Let's leave this room.
All right. And I put my hood up, and try and properly shadow myself in my cloak and go and wait in the hall.
As soon as we're out of the room and the door's closed and I'm confident we're out of earshot, I'm going to say, I don't think we should stay in town tonight.
No, I actually agree with you. I was more
No.
for their benefit than ours. Let's go.
Leave.
Let's
Yeah.
leave.
Leave.
I'll keep my hood up, keep as shadowed as I can. It'll
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue with the.
I mean, I can cast Disguise Self again, actually.
I really can't, unless I can cast it using a second level spell slot, Wretch. It's a first spell with no increase.
You
Yeah.
can use a
You
high
can do
level
that.
spell slot.
Then I cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
Disguise Self.
Okay. So you make your way out of the tavern. There are currently a couple of humans cleaning up the blood from the pool of blood that he created outside.
I still have my
town?
hood up.
We leave
Yeah.
town.
We're going to leave town and go and find somewhere to camp, I think.
Okay.
Mhm.
And as you make your way out of the town, then roll a perception check for me, everyone.
Perception.
Disgrace.
13.
Okay.
Oh, 20. Dirty 20, but 20.
Did you say
Great.
deception or perception?
Perception.
Perception.
I thought so.
That didn't help. That after you said it, I went disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I watched that movie yesterday. Yeah, I got 8.
Okay.
Ori might see some stuff.
I?
As you begin to walk out of the town, then there are quite a few faces, just looking, watching you go. Most of them are human. They smile at you and bow their heads and continue on with their work.
They smile at us.
Mm-hmm.
At just Ori or at the rest? All of us?
At all of you. It's mainly the 2 humans that are washing up the blood as you leave.
Okay.
Guessing that he might have caused them some trouble.
Maybe.
Hacking it.
Let's just get out of here.
Let's just go and let's not dwell on it. Let's just get out of here.
So, you make your way to the edge of town. It's not that large, or it doesn't take you that long to get to the edge of town, and you are back on the road once again, travelling east towards the bridge that spans the border border between Cimria and Albion.
Yeah.
And look for some.
And it's 11 o'clock, so I think we're going to leave it there. Cool. So, you're not leveling up.
No, I wasn't saying that.
We did that.
Although that did feel like a real milestone on our journey. I was gonna say, can we do we have time? No. Actually, I was just gonna say, can we take the long rest? Can we assume that we get the long rest, or?
But we haven't.
We will see next week.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, so thank you. Those who have watched, those who will watch, those who stuck with us for the entire time. Hope you enjoyed again. Thanks to everyone who did watch. Cheers, Adi. Yes, so next week, as you've seen a couple of times, we posted it in chat and mentioned it at the beginning and at break. Next week, from next week in fact, this campaign will be streaming under the Heavyweight Gaming Twitch channel. The link is in chat, in fact, just in case.
No, it's literally 2 above.
Okay.
Post it again.
But in case anyone's not in chat, we will spell it. It's heavy, and then WAITE gaming.
Yes, heavy.
Because if you just say heavyweight gaming, no one will go there.
No.
We'll post it on Twitter, and I'll try and remember to post it on Instagram as well.
And we'll also we've got more content coming to this one though, because even though this campaign is going to Heavyweight Gaming to join many other awesome RPG content creators as they play through Pathfinder and other systems, we will continue to put out content here. The wonderful Greg Nullis. Nullis, I know.
Pronounced Nunslin.
The wonderful Greg Nullis has decided to go proper old school because he's of that age. Because he's of that age now.
Not old school.
He's playing Pokemon
I remember
Yellow.
it coming out. It can't be old school.
He's playing Pokemon Yellow. Nuzlocke rules, I believe.
Yeah, Nuzlocke rules.
But you can watch tomorrow night to find out more about that, or watch episode 1, which is already available as VOD on this channel. The beautiful and amazing Amelia, my long-suffering partner, has
Amelia Campbell.
Has decided to start streaming Minecraft Dungeons, which is actually quite a lot of fun. I finally got to play co-op with my daughter today. She got very frustrated because I wanted to explore every corner of the map to get chests. She just wanted to kill all of the heckin' Minecrafts. She's going to get really frustrated with me because I'm a proper completionist when it comes to games. She kind of hates it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Amelia's going to stream that on Tuesday. I believe, Tuesday night. Again,
Yep.
episode 1 already available as VOD. What else are we gonna do? We will.
The Sims.
Sims 4 is coming from Charlie. I am going to start running Baldur's Gate this week on Thursday. Can't do anything on Wednesday because I'm playing another D&D session.
Richard, quick question.
Yes, mate.
How is it that Pokemon Yellow gets tagged with proper old school, but Baldur's Gate, a game from approximately 1945, is apparently just a current? That's just a normal current thing to be playing.
Yes.
Also proper old school, but as soon as the new one comes out, that'll be streamed as well.
Oh yeah.
It is very dark. You are likely to be eaten by a boo.
Yes. It's not that old. It's not just text based. Though if it was, I'd still play it. But yeah, so please join us for actual session 27 next week on heavyweight gaming. But go follow them now, and a few nights this week. Jump in.
Follow them home. Follow them around.
Join their sessions. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun from now on because they've got a lot more
For anyone who missed it, Heavyweight Gaming has streams for D&D 5th edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, and Carbon 2185.
Yes, Carbon 2185 is steampunk, but
steampunk is very good.
But it's using 5th edition rules, so it's not a massive transition. They've written an entire. This guy, I can't remember. I will get the information and it will be plugged in the next one. Cyberpunk, not steampunk. Sorry, cyberpunk. I apologise, AD, but it's cyberpunk. But
also, cyberpunk is the cool one.
Yes.
Steampunk is just about wearing an ugly hat.
I know, but they've written an entire source book based in 5th edition, using the 5th edition kind of rule set. So it's not that much of a transition. It's just a different world. Fuck off. Sorry, Mark. Fuck you, AD.
I've just checked and pre-ordered as well. The new Sims 4 expansion pack comes out on the 4th of June, so I'll start sometime after then.
Cool.
We're going to do a rags to riches challenge, but
cool.
I'm going to have as much fun as possible with it.
Will this be your first time playing without just massively fucking cheating all the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all
This will be the first time when I will use one cheat to take away all of my money instead of giving me all the money.
Nice.
Cool. So yeah, thanks for being here tonight. Please tell your friends to come and watch our content, but also go watch Heavyweight Gaming. But yeah, thanks guys, and we will see you next week. Stay safe.
See you next week.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.